Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Coming to you live from Studio 5, high atop the Meadowbrook Building in Metro West Massachusetts. It's the Wicked Pisser Show. Hello, good evening. It is 8:35 in the p.m. of March 26, 2017. I'm Byron.
I'm Bomba.
And it's show number 38.
That's right.
Allie is not with us at the moment.
No, I think she's going to call. I hope so.
She may call.
Yeah, I unfortunately didn't get enough time. She has the transportation issues. I just simply didn't have the time to go get her. We barely had time to set up here.
No, I'm barely. And
the phone's already ringing. Stand by. And it's a Wicked Pisser Show. Who's calling and where are you calling from?
It happens to be Allie.
Oh, Allie, what's up, kid? We
just
came on, I don't know if you heard, we just came on like 30 seconds ago.
No, I just got the notification.
Oh, well, because we just went on, so.
And then you couldn't find us live, though.
So what's happening tonight, kid?
Not much. On the couch with a broken foot.
Al, yeah, how's that going? I know you were pissed off at the hospital fucking that up, huh?
Yeah, that was kind of bullshit. I went to Landfill Hospital by mistake.
Yeah. No, that's why I drove myself to the hospital one night. I didn't want to go to landfill.
Oh, yeah. Well, originally they just told you it was a sprain, right?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. Ended up being a break, and I think there might be a break in my heel, too. I'm not sure, but I'll find out tomorrow.
Wow.
So that is definitely a mobility problem you got there.
Yeah, I think. Jesus.
Yeah.
A little bit.
What's going on with you guys?
Not much. We're just firing things up here. We, had our usual startup issues. Actually, we didn't have any issues. I was actually just trying to make it better for the caller. All the sounds are working better than they were. Like tonight, you should hear the wiggle. Tell me if you hear the squish here. So you probably don't hear those.
Yeah, I hear it just faintly, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's Bumpa squishing himself.
But the listeners should hear it. You might not. That was what I was trying to fix, is the Skype connection. To get those settings right. So those listening tonight, our chat line is open. The Skype line. The number is 774-314-7044. Again, it's 774-314-7044. Thanks for bringing me back to the show, man. Tuned me in a little bit. That's
I know.
Good.
A little tune in Tokyo action.
Yeah, a little tinny there, far up. So,
that's why you have me working the soundboard.
Yeah.
I'm going to bump myself up a little bit, too.
Oh, we're cranking up. That's a little too loud. We're kind of redlining over here. So, yeah, a little down, a little no, there we go.
Yeah, that's good. I can barely hear you, and I can hear myself, and that's all that matters. No.
It is, but it isn't. You might have to fix that knob there. Yeah, that one. No, the big button, Yep.
The big
knob. There we go.
You don't let me play with the big knob too often, do you?
Well, pay attention to the red line, man.
Oh.
I miss my bottle of rum, guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think this is just...
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. That'll work.
I don't know. How much rum does she have left here? You have much?
Full bottle.
Oh.
Just about.
Enough for one more drink?
That's one more, yeah. Maybe a little refresher. Maybe. But.
Yeah. So, we're hoping to touch on a couple of topics tonight. Byron's got several that he wants to talk about.
Oh, right, yeah. Sure, as soon as I start eating.
No, well, just like you did. Hey, you just eat it
back. Oh, there you go. Just fuck up the studio. Throw everything where it goes.
You can bring in the little glasses, little shot glasses.
Oh, shit, I didn't.
Okay.
Well, we can take
we can wait, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll get a special.
Well, I'd actually like to start the night off.
Go for it.
With something that's going to go up Allie's ass sideways.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I'm going to TMZ for this one.
What are you going to my shit for?
No, I got to...
Just utilizing the source, that's all, momentarily.
Just momentarily. We got a little bit of something playing in the background. So those of you out there in...
Probably crank it a little more.
No, it'll come up.
Oh, okay.
And I want to talk over it.
Well, I know, but...
So this is what we're playing is Boston Don't Look Back in honor of... Let's see, we got TMZ here. Sib Hashian, the drummer for the rock group Boston, died after collapsing on stage Wednesday night during a cruise of the Legends of Rock. He was mid-set when he suddenly collapsed and ended up passing away. They don't know exactly what yet is going on, but he died at 67. It was kind of a sad thing for me. Boston was one of the bands that really kicked me into the music, kind of realm of listening to everything and anything. But that was
classic band.
But Sebastian, 67, died doing what he loved doing best. He actually wasn't originally supposed to be in the band. He was replaced the original drummer Jim Maseda, who ended up coming back to the band much later on. But back in the 70s, it was kind of a
way back when? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. You and your way back when shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Allie's not here. Well, she's on the phone, but I got to say it for her. Oh, Jesus Christ. Way back when.
What's going on there?
Hey, I saw this... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you done?
Nope, go ahead.
Oh. I saw a billboard recently for a new app out there. It's kind of... Oh, I don't mean to say that. Oh, we got another caller here. Add to the group call. Hello, thank you for calling. Who are you and where are you from?
It's not.
Yeah, maybe not. I thought. Hey.
It's still there. Hello?
Hello?
I'm still here.
Oh, we're not talking to you there.
And the call failed.
All right.
Just letting you know.
Perhaps, Allie, are you on Wi-Fi? You got Wi-Fi?
Am I on Wi-Fi?
Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you should call via Facebook.
Yeah, why don't you give a call Facebook through the Facebook Messenger?
And
okay.
Byron can feed you through.
I'll feed you through, yeah.
And that way I won't screw up this. But whatever.
All right, I'll be calling back.
All right.
All right, cool. All right.
Hey, it's the Wicked Business Show. It's Bumpa.
And Byron.
Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hi, first-time caller and first-time listener. This is your friend on Twitter, Tami Tucci.
Tammy, how are you tonight?
Hey, how are you?
Good. This is Bumpa, and Byron's chugging a beer at the moment. How's it going? Thanks for calling, finally.
Hey, I'm glad you tweeted me to let me know that the show was on. I'm excited to hear what you going to talk about tonight.
Oh, yeah. One of the big topics as I put on there is going to be sex and fetish clubs.
Did you research that?
I researched a bit. I found some sources and stuff like that. I did have one person that was going to call the show, but I think she was a little antsy, wanted to know more about the show. I didn't have enough time to call her back before the show.
That's your one job.
I got one job. I reached out to several, and I found a website that connects a bunch of underground clubs in New York.
You blew it!
I blew it. But there are several, sex clubs. The clubs, some are in the same place every week. Some are moving. But
gypsy sex clubs.
There's a website called thewink.com. Go to thewink.com. You can find all these events for just this type of thing.
Well, gee, looks like I know what I'm doing.
Well,
right? Yeah.
If I'm ever in the market for that, I will definitely.
Yeah. So if you ever,
out of curiosity, I'm going to have to go look at it.
Yeah. So if you're ever in New York City and want to try something new, that might be one thing. But it's I personally I've never been. We do one of our regular callers, one of our producers actually, Kelsey, is in the phone sex business, and she has worked at fetish clubs and stuff like that, so she provides a lot of insight to us over time. But we really wanted to get more feedback, from other people that are interested, whether they work there or not. Like I said, I did reach out to some people, but I think not everyone really wants to talk about it. So, but I thought it would be a cool topic. I think, like I said, there's some research. I found a lot of clubs. Some provide a lot of information because some are regular, like a nightclub that just caters to this particular atmosphere. A lot of hideaway corners, they say, comfortable lounge.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, yep, we got you. Don't worry. Bumble is just finishing up.
So Allie's with us on the other line. She's through a Facebook connection. I don't know if you can hear her or not.
I can. Hi, Allie. First time caller over here.
You guys.
No, Allie can't hear you though because we've got we have issues still with our board. We're looking at investing in new equipment.
Yeah.
So who's on the phone?
Tami Tucci. She's one of our followers on Twitter. So she's a dedicated follower and shares a lot of our posts and stuff, which is really good. So just chiming in on the topic of sex and fetish clubs. So,
get it going.
So, Tami, do you have any? So I assume you've probably never been in something like that.
I haven't, but I'm from New York, and I know many years ago there used to be a club. I was too young, but I believe it's closed. And I can't. Plato's Retreat, I think it was called.
I actually heard of that. I actually heard of that. That was a big thing back in the day.
Probably your buddy, Mr. Odie there.
Could be, probably.
But yeah, there was another one too that was popular up until just a couple of years ago. It closed. I don't know. It's like a French name. Same thing. Been popular for years, but they closed. But I for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because I watched Law and Order SVU too many times. I knew that they had these things in New York. Yeah, because
come on now, I see you as a club kid walking around with those goofy socks and haircuts.
We did accidentally walk into one not too long ago. We talked about in a previous show. We were at a place near here in Rhode Island. And we went there. It was actually for a beer tasting show type thing. And we went there for the different beers. For that purpose, it was great. But it's a venue type place. It's like two big rooms. One is the main, kind of like a concert hall. And in the back is more of like a lounge area, I guess. Well, up there's another small stage off to the back. They had different types of apparatus, I guess you would call it. And at first I'm like, what the hell is all this shit? And of course, Byron figures it out right away.
What are you saying about me?
So he figures out that, it's all type. A couple of the girls that were, I guess, hostess for a couple of the beer companies actually worked the fetish night. That they did fetish nights like 1 or 2 every other Saturday or something like that. Every second or third Saturday of the month at that club, they did a fetish club there. So the girls, they gave us the whole 401, and we're looking at each other like, well, I'll make another trip down here. But sadly, a few months later, the place folded. So we never did get that adventure of experiencing such. Byron was much more eager than I, but I mean,
listen, I pulled you aside and just went, I think this is a sex club.
Yeah.
But I live in Tampa now, and I know there's a few of those clubs around here, but they're kept on the down low. I mean, I wouldn't go to them, but I mean, I'm not a prude either, but I know there's a few here in Tampa.
I think the challenge really comes from it's similar to, like, I guess, a strip club. So as far as, I guess, what people's perceptions are, the public perception. So you would get people that live in the area that would be against that. Like we had researched some here in the Boston area. There was one, apparently there used to be one in Everett. They closed down. The neighbors, there was a lot of negative comments and stuff like that. You researched
this, didn't you?
Oh, this is Allie did that. She talked about it last week. She found that.
Maybe I just didn't hear it.
But there was several in Boston over the years. There was another one that was Fetish Nights. I think I was in Worcester, actually. But they closed in like 14 or 15. But, they hold them at the same... Some of them hold them at the same venues, and those are the ones I think really don't last that long. The ones that are moving. Like, you send us, you get a code and you can find out where they are next week. Those seem to last a little longer. There's a couple of big ones in New York, obviously. I'm sure that Manchester one was Manchester 65, I think the name of the club was, in Rhode Island.
I can't even remember the name of the
you don't even remember where we were, dude. So let alone
I couldn't get you back there, but I remember it was
guy,
in Rhode Island.
He drinks, he doesn't do drugs, but you would think he's high as a kite half the time. He's so far in left field, but
yeah, well,
but yeah, anyway, I think a lot of it is that perception is similar to, ill dirty, kind of like a nightclub's a strip club. So that's why I think they don't last long in certain places. Like that's why they go, quote, underground. They keep it low key.
And it's
low key. Most of these places aren't even. There's no sign or nothing. Go to the gray door next to Jimmy's Deli and knock.
I think what the problem is also the big misconception of what these clubs are supposed to be. These clubs are for a little bit of slap and tickle. They're not for the full on.
Well, and during my research, that's exactly what I found out. They say that right on there. This is. You meet someone. If more happens, that's between you and them. You know what I'm saying? I think what the problem is. So they say that, hey, come, you find someone you want to kiss a little bit, that's fine. There was a couple, one that got shut down. They had
the kind of place you don't want to sit in the benches.
Well, yeah, exactly. There was one place that rented out like private rooms or apartment next door. Things like that. Those are the ones that get shut down. But like most of these places, you're not going to get shunned if you end up, I don't know, it sounds bad, but banging a girl in the back corner.
You might get applauded.
Yeah, but if they make it clear that it's, basically, invited to meet other people. What happens is between you two. But there's also another program that a lot of the clubs in New York use. Basically, show up in pairs, go home in pairs type thing. Safety. Yeah, past or something it's called. So, yeah. Well. So there goes you.
I mean, it's just... It's kind of weird. But, again, much like everybody else, I'm no prude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could...
And like most clubs, though, the girls get in for free. Guys pay like $50 to get in. A lot of them are $50. $40.
That sounds like something that Eugene would go to.
Well, the as explained before, I think Kelsey explained it to us. Kind of the reason that the prices are jacked up is to keep, the people that go, they want to go, not just because they're looking for, a quick fill, jolly fill.
Well, that you don't want like a street bum coming in.
That's it. You would get the guys
urinating in the corner or something.
Yeah. Well, you get the guys that go to a strip club and throw $3 up there and expect to get laid. I mean, and it happens. You get the guy up there trying to do all kinds of things to a girl for $3, and then you'll turn around and the stripper's slapping the guy. And
we're not talking the slap and tickle type of slap.
Well, sorry, Tami, if I'm getting too gross here.
No, trust me, I'm good.
You're a good sport. But, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever been interested in going to a club like that, or have you ever thought?
Are you asking her out on a date?
No, she's in Tampa, man. She's way too far. It's a long drive. I drove that round trip once, never again. Well, I might do it again, but
yeah. Forget dinner and a movie. Let's just go to the sex club.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's just see if we click right off the bat. Right, yeah. Who needs,
what better
was
way?
That the third 4-date rule? Fuck
what
that.
better way? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
No, I've never been interested to go into one, and I do know of 2 clubs in Las Vegas that are these open sex clubs, and I used to know someone that worked the front door just taking the admission.
Now, was she also taking clothing, too? Is that how that worked? Or sorry.
Well, I mean, the men, like he said, the men have to pay, the ladies are free. Now, she would make tips. You upsell certain things, like sell stuff. I guess there's a gift shop. I never really went into it, but I guess you upsell services, like if you want to rent a certain room for so much time, or she made good money. Now, she may not have been telling me the whole truth, but
sounds like Sapphire or something. But
maybe they offered her money to join them. I don't know. I don't need to know. Doesn't matter. This was a long time ago.
There are just some things about someone's job that not everybody wants to know every detail about.
Right.
The Vegas strip clubs, not the sex clubs, but the strip clubs themselves are a completely different animal than
they're awful
from what we have here, but they similar. Yeah, I think she got.
I think that's
Allie listening to us in the background or something, or eating chips at the same time. But I know Allie's trying to listen to the conversation with Tami because she can't hear Tami. But if you go on a Spreaker, you can hear us. It won't mess up the phone unless you're going to listen to it on the phone too. I don't think you can do that, but if you can, good luck. But try to mute us. But yeah, no, the strip clubs in Vegas, like I said, are different animals, and similar to what I only bring it up because similar to what you're saying is, they would try to sell the upgrade type thing. You get a private room for a half hour, and it reminded me of an Old West saloon type because. Like the old, basically the brothel. An Old West whorehouse. Because I don't mean to sound bad, and I know it's coming out friggin' awful right now.
Yes, it is.
But
you should see his face right now. His shirt is red. His face is red.
Is Miss Kitty gonna walk out?
I know. Yeah, it's something like that though. You go into like an old saloon, right? The bar's downstairs. So just like the strip club, the bar's there, the poles are there. And then the girls go upstairs. And it was in the second area in the back, there was an upstairs that overlooked downstairs. When we were left for the limo.
Oh, yeah.
Too much info. We left for the info out the back door. We went out by the limo out the back door.
Yeah.
That's where they were. Remember, there was a second area?
Oh, yeah.
Up there.
I went upstairs to use the ATM once.
20% interest or something bullshit. Right?
Yeah, whatever I was
20%
trying.
beef.
And
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not taking that out.
Oh, you can get more money, honey.
Yeah, you can always get more money.
Oh.
They'll always escort you right to the ATM.
Yeah, that was an experience and a half. They're like vultures, but I couldn't get out of there fast enough. But we did a good job bullshitting the guy. We spent a couple $grand. Can we get a ride back? They hooked us up with a limo back to the hotel. Oh.
Gave the limo driver a tip, and then I just said, I am done.
But
I'm going up to the room.
If you can remember the name of the address of that sex club, Byron wants to know for, I'm asking for a friend.
You have a friend.
So, yeah, for research purposes.
It was me. Yeah.
Research purposes. I think we need a trip to Vegas for research purposes.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, we could bag up the board, dude. We could do this right out of the hotel room.
Well, we couldn't use it as carry-on luggage, though. That's for sure.
No, we'll have to put it in a suitcase.
Can you imagine them going through all of our wires and stuff? What's this radio show?
Yeah, that's why we put it all in a suitcase. Hope it makes it to the other end, and if not, we need new equipment anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tami, so you had a date, and the date said, obviously not the first time. If a guy picked you up for a first date and said, "Hey, we're going to go to this sex club," you probably would be like, "Whoa, wait a minute. I mean, I don't even know your middle name yet, or something." But if, like, say it's a second, third, fourth, fifth date, whatever. Hey, you're interested in trying something different, and they tell you, "Hey, I want to go to Tickle-Rama over on 35th of Main or something." And
would you be using that leering glaze when you gaze?
I'm trying not to laugh to it. But would you go? Would you go? If a guy you like to a degree,
I've typically never dated men that would even want me to walk into those type of places. So chances are I probably wouldn't be out with someone who would want to do that. But let's just say there's that one thrown in there. Yeah, I definitely would not.
Okay. Well, I'm not thinking. I guess I see your point to some. If the guy has the right girl, he wouldn't want to go to that place anyway. Because why would he need private time with you if he could just
in a
go
public
private
place?
Right. We can go somewhere else and have private time. You know, if you were single and going there, I guess you could. Or if you just happen to be going with a friend, that would be different. But if a guy said, hey, you want to go there, that would be kind of weird. And
I mean, there's a small part of me that wants to go to one of these things just to see what it's like inside there. Just purely empirical research.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a couple of beers. Yes, just for the show.
We'll just sit in the
be able
couch.
to give you the first-hand report. Now, we're just talking rumors and speculation here, and instead, of hearing all the whips and crashes and the squishes, you just, I don't know.
But, yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Tammy. I mean, like, if you have, if being an attractive woman, you wouldn't really need to go to that type of place. And, would you want to go, especially, like I said, when you date, I mean, you guys are just starting off a relationship, everything's coached, you don't need to go to that. So I can see that, yeah. Well, that would be kind of weird. Hey, you want to go to the sex club tonight? You'd be like, why? It's like, why? I mean, if you want to play around, we can go back to my place and play around. Why do you want to go to the club? Because now he might look at something else. And plus, if as a guy, I wouldn't want to take the girl there because I'd be worried about other guys looking at you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So that would be, I guess if we were just going out with like just friends and strictly what's the word platonic. Yeah, and nothing happening. That's fine. Hey, let's go. You meet somebody, I meet somebody. We have a good old time, whatever. But not as a date. I can see that. But I was just curious if all right, say a girlfriend asked you to go to that, just strictly to check it out.
Research.
Yep, research. You never experienced one. We'll go there for a half hour, and then we'll go get drinks and go dancing or whatever. Would you do that?
I wouldn't do it in my own backyard. I would go to some other city, state that no one knew me.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to risk running into someone I knew.
Yeah, that would be. I would see that totally embarrassing. Like run into one of my kids, preschool teacher or something.
That would be uncomfortable. Little Bump is doing well in class.
That's what I would say. I'll go right up to her. You know what? I saw nothing tonight. You saw nothing tonight. But my kid passes with flying colors, right?
Right.
But yeah, I appreciate you being a good sport, Tammy, on that conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Allie, I don't know if you heard some of that on the Spreaker side.
No.
No. All right.
I'll have to turn it back off after I get off of this call.
Well, yeah, Allie's not chiming in. I think she's trying to listen to both sides, or it's not working too well for her. Allie, you still there, Allie?
No, she's listening.
I think she's trying to listen to. All she could hear is me talking and doesn't understand what you were saying. So, but it's still a show in the works here. Like I said, I did have I think a female, Zoe. So I'm assuming a female from, like I said, thewink.com. But she wasn't. She wanted to know more about the show, and I wish I had the time to call her back today. I just had too much stuff going on. I barely made it here. So
yeah, I noticed that.
But I did more research than last week. I just threw it out there as a topic and knew nothing. I did a lot of research. I know places we can go if you'd like.
So don't check your browser history? Is that what you're saying?
I did it all on my phone. I clean it right
Your
out.
phone is going to just explode one day.
And I'll get a new one.
I have been to Fetish Con here in Tampa. I went to that about 6 months ago, or maybe longer, whatever.
Was crowded?
Yes, and that is just a bunch of booths set up with toys, movies, porn stars selling their goods, their T-shirts, their autograph, whatever. Equipment, swings, paddle. I mean, I saw so much that I didn't even know what it was. People walking men around on leashes, the men were just had a dog collar on and
so kind of like a sex toy convention type thing.
It was wild.
And it's coming up August 10th, 2017. August 10th through the 13th, 2017, in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, great. What's the date again?
That's August 10th through the 13th. Sunday.
You know what? You got to save that link or something, and we'll contact somebody from that. We'll contact somebody from that, and hey, tell us more about it.
Let's see if we can get press passes.
Yeah, post it to my Twitter page. I'm going to be
we'll try to get press passes.
Yeah, we go down for a weekend.
We'll set Tami up with a. We'll send them down to her and teach her how to record on the phone, and she can interview people for us.
Yes. Just research, everybody.
There you go.
Oh, we'll give you a nice little. We'll give you a T-shirt and everything. We'll get you like a nice polo shirt or something.
Yeah.
Well, when I went the last time, I wanted to Periscope from it because I'm on Periscope a lot, and they would not let me turn my Periscope on. They were very no live video.
Oh, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Would they allow pictures or no pictures of video?
I'm sure probably not.
Probably not if I couldn't video.
Dear Lord, I can just imagine.
Well, they probably
Bumpa's hairy ass in some sort of leather outfit. Oh, that's awful. No, I got to drink more.
I'm thinking like if you're looking at a particular product itself and talk to that vendor, that's really neat. Could I take a picture of that? They would probably let you. Obviously not of it, the demonstration.
Well, there was a show a while back called the Art Man Show. I don't know if anybody's listened to it, but Art Man, he's from actually Massachusetts. He made it nationwide on Access TV, which is a satellite network, and he comes up every once in a while on my YouTube feed. Good stuff, funny guy, and they go to all sorts of wild stuff, and they did. And I actually, when Tami was saying that, she could, people being led around on leashes and stuff like that, that's what popped into my head right there was Art Man there interviewing people.
So for those just listening, Tami Tucci, she is on Twitter. You can find her handle at Tami _Tucci, Tucci, Italian, I assume, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh yeah,
French Italian. French and Italian.
Because I see in Snapchat, holy cannoli.
Yes.
So you can follow.
Snapchat is holy cannoli 123, and it's with this one N, CANOLI.
I recommend following her. She's always posting great stuff. And like she does a lot of videos and stuff. It's pretty cool.
I wish I knew how to use Snapchat.
Snapchat,
I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I have people following me that I don't know who they are, and that's I'm receiving photos of male genitalia.
Yeah, what is up with that? I have a
guys think, you know what, this a good-looking girl. I'm just gonna sit there. I'll send her a picture of my dick, and she's gonna like it. And it's like, but obviously in the flip, guys would love that.
No, I don't understand.
I do this thing on my Periscope because I get it in my DMs and Twitter also. I do this thing called name and shame. So when guys send their picture, I will show the world and give their screen name. Well, most guys quit doing it, but some of them, I think they want their 5 minutes. Send her a dick pic. She'll show it. Yeah, she'll say your name. Woo.
I don't think that I'd want to be famous for my junk. Not really. No.
You want to?
I did the name and shame one time, and said the guy's name, screen name, his @ whatever. I got a nastygram from a wife saying, "That's my husband." What? Why is he sending you? I said, I don't know. You know what? Ask your husband. Don't attack me. Ask your husband.
Yeah.
Because apparently this person's relative was watching. It's like, oh my God, that's so-and-so's husband. And, and I had a pissed off wife. And I said, don't get mad at me.
Wow. Yeah, then, and you're right. It's like, why go and blame somebody else for that person's fault? Like, if it was like my wife doing that to someone else, I blame my wife. I'm not going to blame the other person. I don't know the other person, or same thing with, whoever your friend, whatever it will be, whatever situation you have, it's not the other person's fault. It's that person's fault who sent it, just like this guy. It's not, don't go blaming Tammy. Blame your husband. He's the one who sent it to Tammy, You can't blame Tammy for, like, receiving a message, opening it, and, oh, shit, But, and that's going to be, nasty, too. I mean, guys, how many explicit pics like that have you gotten?
Oh, my gosh. I don't even know. I haven't received any lately. I'm sure that's going to go.
Oh, well, yeah, it'll go up from here because Allie's always getting strange friend requests and stuff after a show.
Yeah.
So.
The thing with Snapchat, though, once you open the message and read it and look at it, it disappears. It's gone. It never existed.
Right.
So that's why people are using the Snapchat to, send the dick pics. Yeah.
Well, but what
they don't.
What a lot of people don't know is you can screenshot. You could screenshot on Snapchat, but you would get, if, like, say you sent me a picture, I screenshot it, you will get a notification that I took a screenshot.
Oh, okay.
So then you'll be like, "What the fuck you saving my pictures for?" But that's a problem. You can screenshot the pics, and it's kind of, that's, I think, a downside. I think initially at first it was a disabled
downside. That's kind of it's a upside, if you're asking me.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're getting dick pics, that's a downside.
Yeah,
it's an upside if you're getting nice pics of the woman, Tammy or whoever. But I'm not trying to infer that. You know what I mean? But if it's one thing, like, and it's always the other way too. I mean, you see that it's guys love that kind of stuff. But the women are like, ew, and of course you see, like, 1, 2, 3 dicks, have seen them all, and like that's got to be nasty too, though. I mean, I don't know, some got to be nasty. As a guy, all guys know that some guys hang, some guys are a little left, a little right, some got a curve, some are like a J hook. So
you've really been researching, haven't you?
Hey. I've done research on porn before too, so you see all this stuff. Guy pulls out his dick, is shaped like a fucking fishing hook.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Am I right though, Tammy? So some guys
they come in all shapes and sizes. Yes, they do. Circumcised, uncircumcised.
Oh, good Lord!
The hairy turtle. Is that what we called it before? What did we call it? It was some name.
The hairy turtle.
Yeah, the one, the uncircumcised ones. Yeah, she's like,
this conversation's going in a great direction, actually.
I prefer them circumcised. So.
Well, we found that in a lot of our discussions.
Yeah, we've had a couple of discussions about that. Allie brought that up before, circumcised, not circumcised. And I think that the overall was something like 75% or more of men are, in fact, circumcised.
Yes.
So
I didn't do the... I didn't do my homework. So.
That was Allie's homework. She brought that up before, that most men are circumcised. And she said another one is, in the U.S. we do more circumcisions.
In the U.S.
We do more in the U.S. than any other country. But at the same time, of course we do. We have, we're the third or fourth most populated country on the planet.
Yeah, so, I just don't know how the women do it.
What?
It's just,
the non?
No, just just even looking at it. That ugly thing pops out, and how do you not laugh?
Yeah.
Hey,
guys were like, look up here, okay? Don't look at that. That's just, you don't want to look at that, and and a lot of women don't. I mean, some, Allie talked about an experience one time. A guy had this enormous penis, and she's like, "Hey,
big junk."
Yeah, the big junk. And oh, that's nice. What do you plan to do with that? Not going at me, that's for sure. But because right,
wow.
I know this is going. I can't believe this is going. But. But then
you need more to drink.
But that proves a fact that you can be too big. You can be too big. Also, you can be too small. But you can be too big. Too big. What are you going to do with that? I mean, it's just you're not snaking the drain here, pal.
Play softball. I don't know.
So I hope Tami will call back after this some other time.
Sure, I will.
I hope that she'll continue to listen. Dear God.
I know, right? I don't know. I think the notifications went out. Did you get the notification on your phone or on? Well, yeah, she called. I don't know if she was waiting for it.
Probably did. For some reason, I didn't get it.
Oh,
but that's just me.
Yeah, the alert went out. The alert went out. Just to make sure, see if other people are listening.
So we've got an all-time listener of one tonight, and
I don't know.
There may be one or two.
Yeah, nobody's chatting though. You usually get a bunch of chats, and
yeah, I'm betting everybody out in the Central America area, as Bumpa likes to call it.
Central America, that's where it is, right? And the central part of our country is Central America. But I can't believe I went this way. But
to go back to the whole junk photo thing.
Yeah.
Now I have a friend who's on Twitter, not Twitter. What's the Tinder?
Oh God, Tami, you on Tinder?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, you don't want to be. It's an interesting thing, filled with many Nigerian scammers, and it's kind of weird. But it's a dating, quote unquote, dating app that the youngins like to hook up on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a
swipe
funny
right,
little,
swipe left type thing, right?
swipe left
okay.
if you don't like. And then, there's a friend of mine who put me on that one night. I met her at a bar, and we were kind of laughing. And she held her phone up. I got another one. She got to the bar before me, so she's like, I got another one. And these guys just keep on sending junk pics. And I'm like, are you kidding? Just, hi, how are you? Plop. What is that? What is with guys nowadays that feel they have to do that?
I don't know. It comes right back to her getting random pictures.
Junk pics.
A lot of women do. I'm sure Allie's probably got some from here on the messenger.
Well, we know Kelsey gets them all the time.
Yeah, Kelsey's constantly getting them. People, guys flirting with her right in the chat room during the show. But yeah, it's interesting. But I apologize for not getting that person from the wink.com to call us. So I probably shouldn't even be saying wink.com, but I did it again. I think because it's a good resource.
Don't trust you with any state secrets or anything like that.
But I thought a very unique resource. You got to check it out. It's what they do is every week they come up with the calendar dates of where and what these events are going to be held. There's one called Lip Service, which is kind of a roaming club type thing. You get a date, a code. Once you join, you get a code where the next location is, and kind of like speed dating. You remember speed dating back whenever they had you're with somebody for 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, you'd sit down and say, "Hi, I'm Byron." All right, next.
Exactly. So here you're you meet people to kiss them and see what happens, and that, So I don't know if that's really my type of thing to start kissing people.
No.
Oh, yes, that's exactly. I now remember another reason I brought up, because they don't require, but they recommend blindfolds, and that you be pansexual, pansexually minded.
So
because you may kiss a guy or a girl.
Chrissy.
Oh, no way.
Chrissy may actually like that.
Yeah?
Because
Yeah,
he was talking about the glory holes.
Yeah, and I'm sure
and
he's got to be
he-
listening. I know he'd wait for this show.
The excitement that was coming down on whether or not there was going to be stubble at the bottom of that glory hole or not.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
And
Awful,
Kelsey
awful.
finally chimed in on the chat. So, hey, Kels, how are you, dear? Yeah, the...
Oh, dear
that,
Lord.
Now, Tammy, like, you couldn't see yourself doing, the blindfolded kissing.
No way.
No, yeah.
No.
Because you don't know if you're kissing a girl or a guy, which for some people not overly an issue. The problem being is you don't know what they look like. You don't know if they have oral
All their
herpes or
teeth.
lips.
And if
That's
you're just repulsive looking, I am not kissing you. No way.
Exactly. There's just some people, like, there are people that, yeah, I can, I mean, it's like you could deal with. There's some you want to, and then there's some, no, like you said, no way. No friggin' way is that going to happen. But,
Well, I did look up the all-access passes for FetishCon. And one pass gets you access to all on-site events at FetishCon.
Oh, my God.
4 days of fetish fun in sunny Florida for $107 advanced.
Okay.
$150 at the door.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah, that's... and then for just your regular kind of thing, what does it say? Double website link. Meet models, actors, and actresses.
Actors and actresses.
$25. But you probably don't get all access.
Right.
Now, do you really want all access at a fetish club?
Well, I went to the dungeon when I went to the Fetish Con because I've never been to a dungeon. And they were whipping people. They had sawhorses.
Wow.
And you bend over the sawhorse and you whip people. And some guy asked if I would whip him, beat him with a paddle. Okay.
What? That's a hell of a hi. Nice to meet you. Would you whip me, please?
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm thinking that would be like you're one, like you're kind of like interested in trying that, and two, like this guy offended you and pissed you off so much. Yeah, you want to beat him.
Well, obviously, I was way out of my element because he looked up at me. He was bent over the sawhorse. He looked up and back at me. He's like, "You call that a paddling?"
Lord.
Oh, okay. I said, "Well, I don't want to hurt you." He goes, "That's the point."
And you're just going to lay into him and
Make
him cry,
this
mommy.
Big Amazon woman, like 6 foot something, right, comes over. She's in this latex
Oh my!
get up, huge fake boobs spilling out, a lot of makeup. She's like, "Let me show you how to do it." Well, I found out it wasn't a woman; it was a he/she. Yeah,
I was going to say
She's
that.
like, let me show you how to do it, honey. And oh my God, it was like, oh, I can't do it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Really,
Oh.
it was wow. And then there was a section where they were chained by both arms, both ankles. They were chained and had something around his thing, like I don't know, like not a belt, but something tied on his junk, and they were tugging at it, and whipping him, and they were tugging his
Kelsey
front
knows about
end.
those.
I said, "Wow, okay, alrighty." I said, "I'm going to go back upstairs. This has been interesting."
Like a little junk collar.
Well, Bumpa and I have a friend who has had a dungeon in the past.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I call it his. When he was up visiting, he was staying in Massachusetts for a bit, and he opened up the trunk of his car and went into this like
The duffel bag
case or something like that. Opened it up, and it was like this big metal paddle with holes in it. I'm like, what the? What are you doing with this stuff? Yeah. And he's like, is this a portable pain package here? Come on.
No, I remember that. We brought that up. We talked about that one time, probably when we were in Vegas together with him.
Oh, yeah.
He said, yeah, I got it in my car.
Yep.
He travels with the pain package, whatever you want to call it.
You can find him on Rubber Band Man. And,
oh, yeah. What's that website?
FetLife.
FetLife, yeah.
Yeah, he's on that.
Oh, my God.
What is that called?
Oh,
FetLife?
What does that mean?
FetLife.com. It's one word, FetLife.
What does that mean?
Fet as fetish.
Fetish.
Short for fetish.
Fet,
okay. Yeah, FET, life, LIFE.com.
Yeah, you can meet some I don't want to call them strange. Just people
because you're a little like them.
Like different things. You can't really fault somebody for liking being spanked. I don't understand it all that much, but there you go. Quit spanking yourself over there, Bumpa. Holy crap.
Oh.
But yeah, it's definitely it's for some people it's a lifestyle. For our friend the Rubber Band Man, it's his life.
Yeah.
But
that is. I have learned a lot tonight.
Our show. We started right off pretty much into this topic pretty early.
Oh yeah,
usually
straight into it.
Our show second half we go in the gutter. But this was a topic that I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I don't know why I want to talk about it because I knew it would just go to the gutter. But I had done so much research of so many different places to go and shows. Like I said, mostly in New York, and I know, like you said, there's some in Florida, there's some in California. They're all over the place, and I'm sure our friend in California could point a few out in the Sacramento area. But it's yeah, I just thought it would be a great topic, and there's so many other ways to go. Like you said, you get people sending strange pictures, the social media socialite like yourself and others that put themselves out there, simply for the social aspect, not to be receiving dick pics like you get, and it's just funny how people do that. It's sick. It's really sickening, but
some people enjoy it.
Yeah, some like that risque life, like that.
Anthony Weiner.
Yes, thank you. Perfect example. The guy keeps getting caught. He still does it. Still does it. How many times has he been in trouble for it? And, he's got his son taking a nap in the other room or something. He's sending dick pics to somebody.
Well, it takes all kinds to make this weird world go round.
If you're a senator, you're a state, any type of congressman, okay, why would you be taking naked pics with your fucking head and face, with your face in it? Sit there,
well, let me just tell you, if he had sent me a photo, this would have never gotten out in public because I'd be retired now.
Right?
Absolutely.
I know that you.
Look, Anthony, you know what? You like to send me dick pics. It's an illness, fetish, no problem. But you need to keep me quiet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. I see you could feed into that easily for the right price.
Oh yeah, they've got lobbyists who are giving them all sorts of swag. So you might as well get in on the ground floor of that one.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Obviously, the person that leaked the photos is not a pro.
Right. Well, right. No, you're right because
took the early cash out.
They either take the cash. They want the lump sum, sum payment. So they went to him and offered some type of blackmail buyout, or they go right to one of the media outlets who
TMZ.
offer them one of those big payouts. Where like Tammy's saying, it's like no. What you're going to do is every week or every month you're going to send me this amount, and that's it. Because then you're not being too greedy, but you're going to live good.
That's right.
Right. So that's a smart way to do it. If you get greedy, like you go to him and you say, "I want X million dollars, or I'm leaking this out." No. You that's a retirement package right there. You learn to play that off as you put these in installments. You want to keep them going, and then once those payments stop, I let that go, and then But yeah, you're a pro. I like that. So I'm not going to send her any dick pics anytime soon.
Dear God. You need a macro lens on that, wouldn't you? There. Oh,
wow! See what I? Oh,
that's what you have to deal with.
And the guy's supposed to be a friend.
Well,
Oh,
can't be a friend without a little bit of pain in life.
But we should try to find one of those fetish type things, fetish con or whatever it is here.
It might travel. It might, go to different cities. Like CES in Vegas. That's the Computer Electronics Show. There's like 4 cities.
Yeah.
A year that they travel to. I think this one might travel as well.
That would be
sure.
Find something in Northeast to go to. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I can just imagine it right now. The both of us walking around going, "Gotta hope no one sees us who knows us."
Are you kidding? I'm going to take a picture holding his long dong. Hey, smile.
Oh no!
Oh,
you and your selfie stick. Bring a whole new meaning to selfie stick on that one.
So, Tami, we have our listeners, and we always get tons of post-show listeners. I don't know what type of... Tiger Lily peeks in. I don't know why I said that the way that came out. That's not right. She's peeking in, all right. Tiger Lily, what's up tonight, girl? As far as Tami, why don't you tell us a little bit more about you?
Well, I had one more story to tell you about the Fetish Con before.
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
Yes. When I was there was a tattoo and piercing booth.
Oh.
Yeah. And the person I was with said they would give me $500 if I got pierced. I said, well, my ears. He said no. And so I got my belly button pierced at the Fetish Con. And the thing about this place was it's on a big jumbotron, so the whole place can watch piercings and tattoos going on.
Oh, jeez.
Well, so I was wearing a dress at the time. So I had to walk up. Yes, I had to walk up there, hike my dress up on this jumbotron for the whole convention center to see me. I had to lay down, and I'm scared to death. The thought of, the guy doing the piercing, shaved head, tattoos everywhere. The big earrings that make your lobes real big. I don't know what that's called. I am petrified, and here I am with my dress hiked up, and it was crazy. It was wild, and so my friend said, "I don't believe she did it," because they all call me a prude, right? So I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it for $500." Okay,
sure.
It was a wild. We will never forget that time. I can't believe I'm actually telling this story because I see you tweeted me, and I'm going to have my people tuning in right now. They're going to be like, "Oh yeah, show us your piercing." I don't have it anymore. I took it out. But,
oh dear Lord! Did a roar go up from the crowd? When
I hiked my dress up,
yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. But see, that's how shallow people are. Isn't that sad? Oh. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be against. Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm just, just think it's, a little bit on the shallow side. But it is funny. People would always do that. But for $500, good for you.
$500 though. That's $500
yeah.
is
Well,
$500.
Because they were all making bets. She won't do it. She's too prissy. No way, Miss Princess here. And I said, all right, I'll do it.
Well done.
And that was a good time. Good times. Yeah.
And I know you always seem to be traveling quite a bit.
Yes.
Yes. So you share about why you travel so much.
Well, I'm from New York, so when I'm up in New York, I'm just up, visiting family and friends.
Yeah.
I was in Boston just recently as well, visiting a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and I had some time off from work, so when I'm up in New York, I'm just visiting family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
I live in the Tampa area now. I've been here for 3 years from Brooklyn. And,
There's a transplant, huh?
yeah, another transplant. There's nothing but New Yorkers and Boston, Rhode Islanders, and a lot of Canadians right now. This area.
Yeah, I know a friend of mine lives down there in, I want to say Pleasure Island. Is that right?
Treasure
Island. Thank you. I don't know.
Pleasure
Yeah.
Island.
Same thing.
Island.
Pleasure Island is Bahamas.
That's all Bumpa
so-
thinks about is pleasure. It's kind of weird.
Oh, that was an old Disney thing, actually. Pleasure Island.
okay.
Yeah. But Treasure Island, yeah, he lives over in TI. But he loves it down there.
So also, I'm in I think you may or may not know from my Twitter that I'm a big Patriots fan.
Yep.
Yeah, so here I am, a New York girl that loves the Patriots.
How does that
I used
work?
to go to Boston a lot, and I've been to a few games, so I just became a fan through the years. So down here, there's a group called the Tampa Bay New England Patriots fan group, and we get together during football season, and the whole place is nothing but Red Sox, Patriots, Bruins, Celtics. Just you walk in, and because there's so many, like you said, transplants from New York, Boston here, and so yeah, that's a good time. Also,
Well, just south of you, I have a friend who used to live down in that area. It was more of the he moved up to Tampa, but he moved there from Fort Myers area, and there's a great bar called Foxborough's down there.
Yeah.
And when you walk in, it looks like you're in Boston. They've got WBCN banners. They've got WAAF banners.
Oh, the radio station.
Oh, and they're playing all the local TV stations, 4, 7, and
right.
whatever NBC is now. Nobody really knows around here.
I wonder what the cable bill is.
But it's through the roof. It's all Boston, and then you go into the bathroom, and in the urinal, there's a right in the center of the urinal. There's a New York Yankees decal. Yeah, it's great.
oh well, I am a Yankees girl though.
See, we can get you to the Patriots, but we can't get you to the Red Sox, huh?
Yeah, no, I that just won't happen. I used to have a boyfriend from Boston, fiance actually, and he lived in New York, but we'd always go back to Boston and see his family, and he bought me a Red Sox jersey and hat, but he knew I would never wear it publicly, but behind closed doors, he's like, "Can you do this for me? Come on, please." I'm like,
that was his fetish.
so I was almost going to do it, right? And I'm not kidding you. I almost started to cry. I said, "I can't, no."
Oh, dear Lord.
They're just tearing your heart. Putting a hole through your heart.
We're not together anymore, but, I was like, I can't, no, this isn't happening, no.
But now you must get some ribbing from your New York friends for being a Patriots fan.
It's funny because I was walking around the city back in, I don't know, July, August, something, and I was wearing a Patriots T-shirt. You could probably find it on my Twitter, my pictures. I was wearing a Patriots T-shirt in the city, and I walked by a police precinct, and they were all outside hanging around, and I said, "Hey, excuse me, ma'am, we might have to arrest you for wearing that." But we all got a good laugh. We took a photo together, and one of the cops, he leaned over, he's like, "Between you and me, I love Tom Brady." And one of his buddies heard him, kind of punched him in the arm. It was a good time. Yeah.
Nice.
It was a really good time.
Yeah, rolling through your Twitter page, I see you with your, I guess I think it's a Snapchat filter with the milkshake there. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you had a McCafe, McDonald's milkshake with the silly face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was learning how to play with the filters on Snapchat.
Yeah, I'm still doing that. Every once in a while, I'm getting more used to it. But in some ways, I think this leads to one of the things I was going to talk about, was we're going backwards as a society. If you think about it, ancient Egypt, they talked in hieroglyphs, and now we're talking in digital photos, which is similar.
Pictures,
Right.
emojis.
That's true.
Emojis, that's
yeah.
another thing, too.
Yeah. Well, so tell us about your, I guess, your purpose of, you have such a huge following on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And
Well, I'll tell you how that came about. I don't know if you're familiar with the Howard Stern show.
yeah,
Absolutely.
slightly.
Okay, well, they have their whack packers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Medicated Pete and I are friends, and
Medicated Pete is great. He's funny.
yeah, so I kind of got adopted into the cult following, if you will. And when I'm on Periscope, I have a lot of them, and I know, Bobo, Bobo.
Oh, no longer Bobo. He's
Yes, exactly.
from Florida there now. Yes.
He's in Florida. And, on Fridays, sometimes I'll call into High Pitch Eric's show. He has a show on Fridays. And so I'm kind of in with them. I know them. And there's actually a picture of Pete and I on my Twitter somewhere.
Oh, excellent.
And I've met Jeff the Drunk as well.
Oh, dear Lord. Jeff the Drunk and his mole.
Yeah, met Jeff. I was actually up in Albany last year and met Jeff. So
I got Byron.
That's kind of the following I have. Is all the.
That's great, though. I mean, absolutely great. Yeah, we have our own following. It's small.
Small, the building.
I like to call it grassroots. We're slowly moving forward. Oh, go back up. Oh, sorry, he's scrolling through. And a little bit more. There you go. That's Medicated. No, that's not him.
Well,
Is it? No, that's right. Sorry. Okay. He's scrolling through things, and I'm watching him on his screen. We got a weird little studio here, and
we have a separate big monitor on the wall that can see what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's probably I don't know how far back it is.
Atlantic City. How was that?
Were you out there with Pete in Atlantic City?
No.
No? Oh, okay. It was just you retweeted, or
Pete half in the bag.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't in it. I wasn't in AC. Yeah.
We
I
went
haven't
down
been
there.
to AC in forever.
That's a great little town.
It is, but it's
closed for the most part.
Well, yeah, so much of it's closed down. The Showboat reopened though. They closed down, but that reopened. But it's no longer. There's no casino anymore. It's strictly hotel.
Really?
Yeah, and somebody bought the that big beautiful one there, the newer.
Oh, the multi-million-dollar one that opened and quickly closed.
Yeah, there was one they spent $2.1 or something like that, $2.1 billion to build it. Sold it for $100 million.
That escalator was great. One of our former co-hosts, Rizzo, we got him on it, and he's terrified of heights. And I said, Rizzo, look over there. There's a hot girl going down the escalator. He looked down, and he got vertigo, and he just shouted at me.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Everybody in the whole place heard it, too.
Well, he's not quiet. Nice and loud. He goes, Byron, you're a cock.
Everybody in the place was looking at us. It was great.
Yeah, it was the escalator goes through it's a wide open atrium. Yeah, the atrium's gonna be 3 or 4 floors wide open. 3 or 4 floors open, and from basically the 4th floor to the 2nd floor, something like that. This escalator runs right through the middle of it, so it's high and very airy, and it's
And me loving heights, I'm looking down the entire time.
In Vegas, of all places to put that, that's waiting for
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, whatever. Either way, that's still waiting for someone to die. you're gonna get drunk. That's gonna go over the side.
Either that or somebody just
Watch,
had a bad night at the table.
Watch, I'll slide down the rail. Drop 2 floors down.
You scroll back to December 17th, 2016, and you'll see a photo.
Okay.
He's going to get carpal tunnel scrolling tonight, I
Oh,
think.
I'm good.
This is awful.
I went to AC one time for my birthday, and I got free tickets to the Tony Danza show. And I said, why in God's name do I want to watch Tony Danza? Well, yeah, and it was front row, I got to meet him backstage. Do you know he was actually a really good show, and he's a great singer, a great entertainer. I was actually like, this is cool.
I never would have thought of that.
No, I was, like Tony Danza, this is not what I want to do for my birthday. So,
we got VIP seating. Yeah, we got VIP sitting out at Brad Garrett's comedy club at the Tropicana, right? And that was a good night. And a lot of fun we had there with Tami
Savitt. He's hilarious.
Great guy. And kept in touch with him every once in a while. Hey, Tommy, how are you?
Yeah. He's a funny guy and very personable, which is nice. All right, I'm December, what date? 17th?
17,
16th. There we go. There's
17.
Yep, there they are.
Oh, yeah.
There's Pete. Definitely Pete. Yeah, he's listening to him.
That was our date at Central Park.
That's absolutely great.
Oh.
It was something.
I've never really explored New York City. I've been there a couple times, but once I went to the Radio City Music Hall for a show, and another time we went down there to some shopping, to Macy's, all that crap, around Rockefeller Plaza, typical tourist stuff. But there's a lot of.
You need to go back, and I'll take you through Brooklyn.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'd love to just see the little local neighborhoods.
Maybe we could meet up with Eugene. We have a listener out in Queens.
Yeah, good friend Eugene.
But no, it's I've been out there a couple of times. I was out there in the dead of winter. It was freezing cold, and trying to go up Canal Street and shop.
Oh yeah,
it was. I was buying clothing just to keep warm. Oh God, I was buying clothing to keep warm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in the winter out there, it's brutal walking through the city in the winter.
But I got to stay at the Millennium Hilton.
Nice.
And at their swimming pool on, I don't know, the 5th floor or something like that. Oh, it was great. And I'm glad I had an SUV at the time. Those potholes could eat my car up.
Well, there's nothing. One time coming back from New Jersey, we were trying to stop at New York. And, hey, just go. We have an extra, almost a full day.
Yeah, but we had Rizzo with us.
No, that was not with him. No, that was way before. We were going to stop. We actually got off. We went into New York City and literally just sat in a friggin' sea of yellow cabs.
Oh, that's
just
awful.
Nothing but yellow cabs. And it was awful. And, the second the light turns green, beep, 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 beep. All fucking beep.
You felt like you were India.
I heard they recently changed a couple years back. They changed the laws about honking the horn.
They did?
Yeah,
I
guess because like I said, literally the light would be green before you could even step on the gas pedal.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Babe, like Jesus. So supposedly they had passed a new ordinance or whatever.
Well, once I get my new horn, I'd be the loudest horn in the crowd.
Yeah. But
when I was in Boston, a few weeks ago, I couldn't get over the fact how quiet it was at night. I was like, man, this place is dead. Wow. It was just so calm and quiet.
But everybody's inside the bars. That's where the noise is.
Yeah.
Well,
I went to Bova Bakery. I went to Regina Pizza. Yeah, I went to Regina Pizza.
I'm hungry now.
I love Bova's on Prince Street in the North End. Oh my God, you're making me hungry now. That is awesome. Yeah, in the North End, Mike's Pastry. Then there's also a bunch of those small Italian restaurants are like the best.
I can't even remember when our friends from Australia came up.
We took them to one. I can't remember the name of it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh,
fresh food.
Yeah.
Nothing beats that.
Yeah. It was a strange place though, because we sat. It was almost like I don't know. There was a table. It was a weird. It wasn't quite the small private. No, it was a Italian restaurant, like a weird open kitchen type looking thing. I don't know. But the food was great.
And that just still astounds me. We're, what? Well, the way I drive 15 minutes out of Boston.
Yeah.
And you ask people around here, what's your favorite restaurant? Oh, I love Olive Garden. Really? You like Olive Garden? You're 20 minutes from the best Italian food. And you like microwaved specials.
Yeah.
I can't figure that out.
Well, I went to Bella Costa. That's really good. That's they make all their stuff, their own pastas and everything. But yeah, the North End. I mean, like as you said, Bova's. You go there, not only like whatever the cookies or whatever, but they make awesome calzones, pizza. I mean,
if you can hear my stomach growling, I'm sorry. It's just,
but yeah, Bova's. That was a good, excellent choice there. Excellent choice. But I know I'm lost because I'm just hungry. But
I got some frozen stuff we can make later.
And so, but Boston, as you were talking about, quiet city. The reason why it's so quiet, and a lot of people don't realize, is that the population is only about 600,000 in the city of Boston. That's smaller than any borough of New York, NYC. So the population is way down, and it's funny when people try to compare Boston to New York City. You can't. Hands down, you cannot compare the two. During the day in Boston, there's several millions because it's a working city. It's a commercial city. It's a business city. People work there.
Are you on the Boston Chamber of Commerce?
I know, right? I just simply don't. I mean, it's a huge city area-wise, but I mean, there are some areas obviously heavily populated, but overall, it's small compared to New York City. New York City, and I've said it many times, New York City has a bigger population than the entire state of Massachusetts. New York City alone, it has more people than the entire state of Massachusetts. And, so it doesn't compare. You cannot compare the two. They're nothing alike. I mean, like I said, if you want to compare the two, Boston is like a neighborhood of New York, But, obviously there's the perks. There's the perks. We have, the North End, Chinatown. But, New York has Chinatown.
The theater district. What used to be. No.
Well, that used to be dirty back in the day. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's where you saw the strip clubs and the whorehouses and shit. But yeah, that was
we're not better. Dirty, filthy men. Okay?
No, I'm just saying we knew know it's there. Comedy clubs and stuff like that. It is good. It is a good nightlife city to a degree because that's where everything is, and because in Massachusetts, it's a very good walking city. It doesn't take long to walk anywhere from one place to another.
I'd rather drive.
Yeah, you'd rather drive.
I'm a driver.
Yeah, he's a driver because he's a lazy bastard. He's a driver because, he'd rather spend 20 minutes trying to find a place to park to the next place he's going to go rather than walk 5 minutes a few blocks over. But that's him. But yeah, Faneuil Hall, I love that. We were there with the Australians. We went to Faneuil Hall.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Then we brought him out to my friend's old bar. He used to own it, Angry Ham Garage.
Yep.
That was on Bar Rescue. And the funny thing is he was in no trouble at all. And he just went on there for the
promo,
PR, and every time that show airs, boom, place is packed.
Wow.
That's the way to be. Now, my other friend's bar, the Chicken Bone, awful. Gone. Goodbye.
Yeah, these are places in
that.
Framingham. Now, Framingham is about 20 minutes west of Boston. And there's a place called, or was, a Happy Swallow, and the other one called The Bone. And I bring this up because Allie used to work for both of them. She said, I used to work at a Happy Swallow and over at The Bone. And it's just, you look at her and it's like,
that's
it's
dirty.
Funny. It's dirty. But a bar actually called itself the Happy Swallow. And one place used to be, it was the Chicken Bone Saloon, and then went down to just the Bone. Right. Well, no, it's still Chicken Bone, but everyone called it the Bone.
Well, it's a Mexican restaurant now.
Yeah, they got it because the guy's an idiot.
Everything is Mexican now.
Yeah.
In this area, it's kind of weird.
Huh.
But next time you're in Boston, you should let us know. And
definitely. I would love to. I had such a great time, and I had just a small window of time. I was hanging with another friend also who's a night crawler who goes around to, police things happening, fires, whatever, and taking the photos.
Yeah.
And went all over Boston and other areas, kind of not so nice areres, And
yeah, unfortunately, there's too many of those.
Yeah. So that was a good time. Yeah, and I only had a couple of days there, but I'm definitely going to be coming back for sure.
Yeah, it's a great city, especially at night. It's
as long as you know where to go, it's...
Well, you were here recently, so it was cold, right? Have you been here during the summer?
Yeah, freezing.
Have you been here during the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, the summer is beautiful. You're walking on the waterfront. Very nice.
Plenty of bars around. Yeah.
Plenty of bars around, and more people are out. It won't be as quiet.
I think what's more amazing is you go someplace towards the Cape.
Yeah.
During that time, and actually, there's nothing better than Florida though. Year round, it's nice. It's warm. You find a bar that's on the coast.
Yeah.
And they've got wide open, and you can just sit and drink out. I like drinking outside. It's just a thing I have.
No, but Tammy, like you're from New York, so you're used to the cold, warm, and cold, warm.
I've been here for 3 years, and I've still not really, I'm really, considering going back home, quote unquote, back up north, and I'm, still giving it a little time, but there's just no comparison. There's this,
It's got to be kind of weird just to not have the winter months, as far as experiencing. The snow.
It's the craziest thing. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's a cool thing to be 80 degrees on Christmas Day and in shorts and a tank top. I don't know. That's just me.
Exactly. I think the same way.
A snowman.
Yeah, and I think the same way. It's it's like it's cool because you go to Florida. To me, Florida's vacation. A vacation spot, and it wouldn't be bad. Like a lot of retirees go down there for half the year when they come back, but I couldn't do that year round. Like you said, year round, I could not. I couldn't adjust to that.
I don't know. As long as I had,
it's like being on permanent vacation. I mean, I could if I'm retired. I guess when you're retired, then that's.
Well, I hate working, so it would be great for me. I could pretend I didn't work.
Yeah. Or if she had the wiener payout, then she could do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wiener payout.
But Tammy, definitely thank you so much for joining us tonight. Great to
have
have you.
You're
Hilarious.
This is fun.
Yeah, so we'll definitely do it. We'll have some better content on some more future shows here. And sometimes we're crunched for research. We're a weekly show opposed to daily. If we did daily, we'd sit here and look at each other. It'd be dead air.
Yeah.
And I can get you some callers as well.
We'd appreciate that. Help us build up, and any topic ideas always welcome. And obviously the conversation, love it.
A little more exciting than me.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, you were great. Trust me.
You had Bumpa all excited earlier. He just
the Fetish Con, man. We gotta get into that. The Fetish Con. I gotta see that.
When's the date again?
Right.
I love that webpage. It's August 10th through the 13th.
I'm thinking we need a Wicked Pisser Show weekend trip down there. We'll get ourselves 3 passes or 4 passes.
I want to get a T-shirt from that. Or is it like it's a mesh shirt? I think probably from that.
Everyone can see your nipples.
Yeah. So, Bumpa, someone offers you $350 to get a nipple pierced. Are you going to do it?
I don't know, man. That's going to hurt. I have 4. I don't like to share this too much, but I'll share it now. I have 4-year-old twins, and my 4-year-old daughter, has got this. She's constantly pulling my freaking nipple. She just,
Okay, since this is radio, you just can't see the horror on my face. It's just.
I'm laying there. I woke up one morning. And she's like laughing at me. What are you doing? She's like, I pulled your nipple.
This is why I'm terrified of children. They terrify me.
And I don't get where she gets it from. I mean, like, I don't tuck your nipple. What are you doing? You know? And she just laughs. She finds it so funny. I'm like, oh my God. I wake up to my kid twisting my friggin' nipple. I'm like,
I suppose.
Why do you go do that to mommy?
I suppose that's better than chewing your arm off in the morning. But
I guess.
I don't know.
That hurts. So she's got a good grip.
Oh my God.
That fetish comment. We have to see if there's one around here or something like that. So.
There is. Tiger Lily sent us a
link for one?
A link, and that's the Fetish Fair flea market.
Oh.
Who
wins that?
It started back in the 90s in the Boston area, initially run as a fundraiser for NLA. I don't know what NLA is. It's, oh dear Lord. There's a bunch of fetish clubs that attend this, and apparently, I don't know, do they sell their used equipment? Would you buy used equipment?
No!
What?
I mean, this sawhorse was only used to whip 8 people.
I guess.
No one sweat on it.
Well, I mean, some things like that, I mean, I guess you could clean,
Well, if you think about that, the Howard Stern show has that Sibian.
Yeah.
And many people have sat upon the Sibian.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, it was a lightly used paddle. What? I mean, what? I
love how she's laughing. She's like,
what? Really? Where do you go to find your used fetish?
Well,
equipment?
think about it. Yeah, but I think about it though. How much is the new one versus the used?
Oh, probably like $800 for a new one. With the custom one that whistles when you get up to speed. You can just imagine that.
I know, right? So
you can have your name.
With 300, you can get that. Yeah.
You can get your name engraved in it backwards, so that your name will show up on the smack marks. I guess.
Tiger Lily says it's the New England Leather Alliance.
New England Leather. That's right. Okay, yes.
New England Leather Alliance. Oh my God.
I'm going to pretend I know who they are, but
all kinds of vendors and classes. Let's go. Oh my God.
The Winter Fleet is the Crown Plaza and Holiday Inn Express of Warwick, Rhode Island.
There we go.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It's close.
Right next to that, where that fetish club was.
Oddly enough. I wonder if they're selling all that equipment there.
Yeah.
Well, I retweeted your tweet, and I called this the Sex Club and Circumcision Show.
Snip, snip, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you know what? We did talk about it, but I don't think we got your actual answer on that.
Oh,
to circumcise or uncircumcised?
Oh yeah, we
Tammy.
did.
Yeah, I answered that a long time ago.
Oh,
okay. Was that definitely circumcised? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can't have the turtleneck.
No. I've come across one of those before, and it just didn't go anywhere.
I can't imagine. You just pop that thing out, and then it's like, you laughing? It just
peekaboo.
Can you imagine? Now you hear her giggling in the background.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that you're like having a tender moment? Hold on one moment, baby. Boom, pop that out, and then the giggle, and you're like, ooh.
Oh yeah, I lose it. I'm all set. Forget it.
Chances are I'm not going to giggle there, but I
maybe.
probably have found out beforehand if you're cut or not. That's somehow I
a little
worked
grab
it into
here
a
there.
conversation.
Now I got a question. Is it now? Do you ask? I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question. How the topic here.
Hey.
Do you typically ask the guy before whether he? I mean, I've never been asked. It just kind of happens, and then they're like,
Mike,
"Okay, it's okay." There's
Mike. Have you been? I'm just curious. You circumcised? I mean, I know how that. Yeah, right.
You can hear the glass drop.
Okay, well, I can't believe I'm gonna. Okay, so like if I meet, say, an American Italian person, I'm like, "Were you born in the United States?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, so
I see.
that means you're circumcised." I just work
tricky
it
way
in there
around.
somehow.
Okay, no, that's clever. That's very good. Outstanding.
Yeah.
Right, sneak it in there, not real direct, and just, oh. Hey, a shout out to
And then
sorry, just a quick shout out to our buddy Handyman Huber is listening.
Hey, Handyman,
Bobby
how are
Huber is
you?
on. He has one of his own little shows.
He has. I
this
actually
week.
was listening to his
Funny
podcast.
shit, little funny shit.
Great stuff. I'm laughing. The guys at work were like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, no, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah. So
I can't believe I'm actually calling and talking.
Well, we hope you call again in the future. That's definitely. I mean, it made for a great show so far. I mean, dear Lord.
hey, anytime we can get a call is a call in and make them talk. We love
Yes.
that. Well,
Keep them talking.
right.
We got the. We don't have the. Well, I have the gift of gab, but usually it just ends up as blah 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 blah, and people stop listening after a half hour. They're like, "What the fuck is that guy saying?"
What any other secrets you got there, Tammy? Well, we got her all warmed up. Don't stop
they
now.
wouldn't be secrets. They wouldn't be secrets anymore.
Oh no, we're gonna have to leave those for a future call.
Yeah, a different topic.
Yeah,
right. Oh,
we're gonna have to come up with something now to make her call. I mean, this worked out pretty well.
how much wine have you had tonight? Are you a wine drinker, Tammy?
No, not really. I'm not really a big drinker.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
No,
neither are we.
I had a cocktail once or twice on Periscope, and those were always interesting Periscopes.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh yeah, when you get a buzz going on, it's kind of like texting, drunk texting. When you get a buzz going on to go on to Periscope or do Facebook Live or any of the live stuff, the video stuff, you're doomed, and you're doomed. But it makes for good video, So it's like. Oh, I can't believe I did that, but yet you get 1,000 views on it.
Oh yeah.
So it's like apparently someone liked it.
Now, can you get Periscope on Android, or is that a?
Yes.
Yes. We started on our very early shows were Russo. That's what we were using, Periscope.
We were.
Oh my God, this guy! Like I said, clean slate every 20 minutes.
What show are we on right now?
Yeah, right. But yeah, we were using Periscope, and it's a very easy, friendly to use. It's similar to Facebook Live with the phone. But
You're doing all that stuff behind that.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything right now, so don't worry.
No.
I know he's he's looking around for a camera.
I gotta get my hat back.
We were, Tammy, I don't know if you ever heard before, we were on YouTube Live. We did YouTube Live. We'll be back on it sometime soon. We were just having too many technical issues trying to manage the sound and the video all at once when it's just the two and a half of us. Allie's usually with us.
And a computer and a half.
Yeah, Allie's usually with us, but she's usually got some, sorry, Allie, wimpy computer with her. But she's not really connected to our board anyway. We are going to get another board soon that takes more inputs. We're maxed out on this thing, and it's warm and fuzzy and stuff over there. But we were on YouTube Live, and we used to get a lot of hits, and it was great. It was funny, but it drained so much juice out of
Right.
the computer we use with a laptop. I have a fairly good sized laptop, but I'm doing so much at once on it, and it's just
because Bumpa does everything on the show, so he's got.
Oh, you're more than welcome to do it, asshole. And Allie, and no offense to Allie, and she'll admit it, she's not technically inclined at all. She accidentally closes windows, and she's a son of a bitch. She's over there swearing and screaming. And sometimes she'll just revert right to a phone because it's easier for her to figure out. So,
pardon me.
And we will be back on YouTube. We love the video. We've had feedback from other people that want us back on YouTube. We will be back on that. It'll be more of a simplified process, just probably 2 cameras fixed rather than flicking back and forth to him, I, her, and
him, I, her.
Yep.
Well, I hope to talk to her next time.
Yeah. She. I'm sure. I hope she's listening. She's probably doing some schoolwork too. She's a back to school kid these days. So which is kind of, she's the oldest one in her class. I keep picking on her about that.
Oh dear Lord.
She's like mom in school. She went back to college, went to college type thing, and she's really busting the books. So
good for her.
Yeah. So I'm sure she's listening. She did call in earlier, but she couldn't talk at the same time while talk to you. So hold on 1 second, okay? I'm just gonna play something.
The Wicked Pisser Show is not responsible for erections lasting more than 4 hours or for blindness from squirting semen. And stupidity is your own fucking fault, and if you get laid tonight or a blowjob, you're welcome. This awesome fucking show is a Studio 5 production.
All right.
Did you hear that by chance?
Probably not.
No, okay. So you'll hear it on the playback later.
Nah, she won't listen.
About an hour and 35 minutes listening, and you'll hear about it. Hour and 34.
Hour 35.
Yeah, we're a long show. But yeah, Tami would definitely get you in for some more topics if you want to be one of our regular callers. That'd be great. And anything you can share, I much appreciate it.
I will get you some very good and colorful callers as well.
All right. Awesome. So, again, folks, as Tami Tucci, you can find her on Twitter at Tami Tucci. Look her up, Tami Tucci. It's, if you want to direct, it's TAM1M,
yep.
Right? TAMI _ Tucci, or you just look up Tami Tucci. She pops up. And she has so much stuff she loves to share. It's hilarious. She's always doing something insane. And she does a lot of videos, so you'll get a lot of alerts. If you follow her, you get the alerts on Tami Tucci Live now or something like that.
You might want to silence your alerts if you follow me on Twitter, because I'm always on Twitter.
Big time tweeter, huh?
A tweet to tweet or not to tweet, right? So
I mean, there's a couple of again, I'm starting to get into this whole social media stuff, yeah. And I mean, I've got the Facebook down.
I'm going to do a public figure page for myself soon.
Really?
I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
Bumpa's edited bathroom videos.
Hey, don't knock it. I should play that when I have. Huh?
Oh, dear Lord.
The Wicked Pisser Show.
Thank you so much for letting me call in tonight. This was a good time.
No, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we really appreciate you being on with us for so long. And providing us with so much different insight and information, and because thanks to you, we will be checking out one of the local fetish fairs.
Yep, we're going to have to do that now.
And
You're welcome.
We'll have to do our own on scene reporting on that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, all right, Tami, thank you very much, dear, and good night to you, Byron.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you, Tami.
Bye.
All right, let's. You want to take a quick break?
Yeah, I'll take a quick break. And Huber, man, if you're still listening, you can give us a call in.
Yeah, sure.
But just let's play. You're going to play something? You got something? Or you want
no,
me to pull it
I
up?
figured. Well, I mean, we're going to go with yours because you do that. We play a little bit of Power Glide.
All right, which one?
I'm thinking one good look. That's a good.
All right, yeah, we love. That's one of our favorites. So.
It is. I like the
right.
speed to that. That's good. Driving fast and
all right,
that.
folks. This is Power Glide. One good lick. We'll be back in a few minutes.
You're listening to the Wicked Pisser Show.
Every single day 'Cause I'll take a lot. And I'll give her, yes, I'll give her one good lick. No, I'll give her, yes, I'll give her one good lick. I need to tell ya, you got to understand. I'm gonna show ya, you got to lend a hand. You know I like it, oh, I like it hot. And when it's time, you know I'll never stop. When I'll give her, yes, I'll give her one good lick. You know I'll give her, yes, I'll give her one good lick.
And that was Power Glide, One Good Lick.
I love that song.
You're listening to the Wicked Pissa Show, the #1 internet radio show in the Blackstone Valley.
Awesome. We're working on New England. We're working on
I'm just going to go ahead and call it #1. I don't know of any other in the Blackstone Valley.
Yeah, well, I don't think there is.
Even though we're not really in the Blackstone Valley.
No.
I'm going to join Bumpa on the beer bandwagon.
Yeah, but you know what? We need
Bottles. Oh, shit.
Because of that.
Yeah. All right, well, I tell you what. I've got a quick little treat for you.
Uh-oh.
I dug into the real history here. I'm going to play a little bit of Wicked Pissa history. Ready?
Yeah.
Recorded live in Studio 6B, wonderful Metro West, Massachusetts. It's the Wicked Pissa Show. I'm Byron. We got Bumpa over here. Hey, what's up? And Frankie.
What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wicked Pissa Show.
Oh, my God. It's old. The sound.
Kind of a show where we sit and talk about current topics.
Byron's like
trending,
7 beers in on
anything
this.
comes to our mind. Fun stuff. And stuff that we can make fun of. And Frank's favorite topic, Drew Bledsoe. We're the Patriots.
Drew Bledsoe. That's what I remember that one.
Well, we were talking about Drew Bledsoe.
Moly, we're going back.
I don't even know where my headphones
Hey,
are.
welcome to the first show of the Wicked Pissa Show.
Yeah,
You can follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @WickedPissa.
We're on YouTube.
On
We're
Twitter.
on
We're on
Facebook.
Twitter. Wicked Pissa.
I don't have those URLs right now.
Facebook is facebook.com.
But that was the first show. And, we got to go back to... Hold on a second.
/ Wicked million accounts or something. Right? Thank God he doesn't use it as much.
Thank God.
I'm now eating a sandwich. I'm on the toilet.
Yeah, I'm not that bad.
Oh, look at this porn I just watched.
You know
I
what?
do that.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I don't do
he
that
doesn't have
Updates
Twitter.
from the toilet.
I have Twitter.
Oh, he's got Twitter. All right.
And yeah, so those listening, we do have, obviously we do have Twitter because our friend
Twitter.
Tami Tucci called. You
Thank
follow
God.
her on
I mean,
Twitter.
she was
but-
fantastic.
Yeah, we're on Twitter, @Pissa Show. And you'll find us on Twitter. Or you
And
can
Pissa is
search
the-
Wicked Pissa Show.
Spelt in the proper masshole vernacular, PISSAH.
Yep.
You going to need a napkin?
Nope. I'm just going to shake it up real good here. All right. So we got
We got something special here in the studio today.
Yep.
Grandpa's Kickaboo Joy Juice. I don't even know what this is.
That's what makes it so good. I have to find the right thing. I have something here. Hold on. Oh, what I do?
Do you have a theme there for that? We're trying to come up with a theme for a couple of different of our segments. One of our segments is dollar store delicacies. Bump has been hard at work scouring the shelves of dollar stores all over the Metro West and Worcester County area. Coming up in the future, we have Black Kaplan caviar.
Oh, boy.
Imported from Iceland. It doesn't require refrigeration because it was on the shelf at, where were you?
Job Lot.
Job Lot, Ocean State Job Lot.
For those not in the New England area, not familiar with it, it's a
fantastic place to go.
Northeast chain. Yeah, cheap.
Absolutely.
That's always what we're looking for, cheap. That's all.
And last week, we had bacon-flavored potato chips. Pepper bacon flavored.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
It was good.
It was good.
It was pretty good.
To me, they reminded me of barbecue.
Yeah, they
chips.
had a kind of... this week we've got... I'm a little nervous about doing this. We've got a Price Right corned beef in a can. It's a product of Uruguay.
Oh, boy.
It's cooked and ready to eat. And, of course, the instructions start off with, please read carefully before opening. Oh, well... All right, so apparently we can't do this. So we got to chill the can before we eat it.
Do we? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I want to double check on that caviar.
Yeah, I know.
That would explain why it would be on the shelf. But
So apparently this week, dollar store delicacies. We're not, now, if you listened in previous shows, we had our canned chicken bologna.
we could do this with some. What do you got? Well, I don't know.
I don't have anything ready for that. That's hot sauce. I'm not going to do a shot of hot sauce on the air.
Oh, come on.
You got to get me to do a Jaws.
Yeah, all right,
I mean,
okay.
He's got a mason jar.
I was trying to find banjo music. That's what I was trying to do over here. But,
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I have a nice jar of
Mason jar of
apple pie moonshine.
Oh,
So
man.
completely illegal. Made by a police officer. Made by a police officer in his garage, so we don't ask questions, you know what I'm saying? There you go. Exactly. So give us a little whiff. I'm thinking that might be too much, but I don't know. Sip, okay? I mean, if you want to chug,
sip and shine.
if you want to chug, go for it. But I'm gonna sip.
What we're listening to in the background here is Foggy Mountain Breakdown by Earl Scruggs. Great tune. We've talked about it, and now we've fulfilled our legal obligations. Let's see. Our number, if you want to call in while we're doing this,
Hold
is
on
area
while
code
he looks it up.
774-314-7044. That number is 774-314-7044. All right, I'm going to give this this little moonshine here. Smells good.
To Handyman, you're saying he doesn't have any Skype credit. You can, just call on your cell phone. Call that number. You don't need Skype. You can call direct on your cell phone. Is that good?
That's not too much.
Ooh. Oh, that's good.
There's a back burn.
Oh, yeah?
There's a back burn. You'll feel it.
It's
good.
Yeah, there is.
Imagine this refrigerated.
So, yeah, you don't need Skype to call us. Anyone who thought you need Skype, you can dial us at a cell phone. And if you do live in the U.S., there's, in modern times, it's no long distance now. Okay? We're in the same country.
Right now you're going way back.
Oh, well, you know what? I bring it up because Rizzo, we went to Vegas a few years back, and he didn't bring his cell phone because he didn't have long distance. You don't need long distance anymore. Long distance is done with.
All right, well, I know that he's not listening tonight.
We do have a caller. Hold on. Hey, you're on the Wicked Pizza Show.
What's up, guys? It's the handyman.
Hey, what's up?
Handyman, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like such a moron. I thought you guys were using Skype. So here I am trying to Skype the number. I'm like, what the hell? Why isn't this working?
Well, I think you brought up a good point when you said that. That's why we had never really said it before either. But you can just call us on your cell phone.
Yeah, we should stop using the Skype name.
Stop saying Skype. It's just the service we use, but anyone can call it.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Because now I know how to get a hold of you guys. Because it was driving me nuts.
What's going on tonight? How was your show, man? I knew you were on at the same time we were.
Yeah, I was on it, but my mic wasn't working, so it didn't happen. I deleted it. For some reason, the Spreaker Studio is messed up, so it didn't happen.
Oh.
But then I saw you guys were on, and I'm like, oh, hell, I'll just go listen to the Wicked Pizza Show.
Outstanding.
Because that's what I do. I support you guys big time over on my podcast, so, and I know you support me, so I appreciate it for all you do.
Oh, definitely, man. In this, in the podcast world, we all have to help each other. And
your stuff is absolutely great, too. It's quick. It's to the point.
Thank you. When I do it for 15 minutes, I feel like I'm talking to myself, so I'm glad people listen out there, I'm the only one in here talking, so it's like, oh, man, is anybody ever listening to me? So I'm glad people are leaving me stuff on like the chat window and things like that, because I don't ever know what to bring up, what the topics are. I just go off the top of my head.
Yeah, and it's always very witty and hilarious, man. It's I try to listen to a lot of your shows. A couple of I've commented after the fact because I can always listen to it live, but it's funny as shit.
Yeah, no, I'm listening, and the stuff that you're talking about is topical. It's some of it's funny, some of it's great to hear someone else's point of view on something too.
Yeah, great conversation.
Yeah, and I've been listening to this podcasting for a while, and there's a lot of fake podcasters out there, so I try to bring like a real perspective, and I want to talk about things no one's talking about. Yeah. Like the fact that I'm handicapped, or like the fact that it's hard to get a date, or I could get a date. It depends on the day.
Yeah.
No, don't feel that bad. I haven't been able to get dates for years, and that's just me.
Well, that's why they made globe dolls. I'm not.
Well, I remember one show you were saying, you could email me or. Any single ladies out there, my email's always open.
Yeah, my inbox is always open. Yeah, on Twitter because I'm talking to this chick right now on we're doing the Snapchat thing, and like she sends me some pictures, and I'm like, nice. So I dropped the H bomb on her. Figured I'd tell her I was handicapped, see if it would turn her off. And she's still going for it. So I assume she's a freak. On some level.
But there is nothing wrong with a good freak every once in a while.
Exactly. My 2 legs might be broken, but my third one works just fine.
Outstanding.
Right? Don't judge. You haven't seen what's underneath yet.
Yeah, you got to check under the hood.
That's true, bro. That's true. But whoever that was on before me, she was phenomenal. I was trying to get questions out there, but I wasn't quick enough.
Tami,
Tami is
you follow her on Twitter, Tami Tucci. Tami is Tami. And Tucci, Tucci.
Underscore.
Yeah, underscore. You'll find her on my Twitter thing.
Yeah, I'll give her a look. I know that Kelsey chick is hot, though. I'll give you that.
Oh, yeah, Kelsey's great.
I brought it up on my show. I was like, damn. And then she started following me. I'm like, thanks. But she's quite the looker.
Kelsey is actually one of our producers of the show. She's, I guess a financier of the show.
She's fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Well, so I'm sure that makes you a little happy too. She's a great sport. You should hear some of the shit she talks about.
Yeah, sure it does. And maybe we can connect off there and see what happens.
There you go.
So, Kelsey, I'm sure she's listening. She was listening.
Yeah.
And we have Late Night with Mr. Ed. There's another show. I don't know if you ever checked out. He's similar to very conversationalist, longer show than you, but at the same time, like I said, a lot of it off the cuff. He goes with a few ideas, and more of a, for the most part, a political type conversation. But
and I got to interrupt just real quick.
Yeah.
We also have our showmans, the Black Dog Radio Show out there. We haven't had any comments from them tonight, but that's okay. They're probably going to listen to us on the download end.
Yeah.
And we have our coming up. We're going to travel out to Illinois.
Hello.
Yeah. Fantastic. Do you know where you guys are located at, or are you guys gonna reveal that at a later time?
We will be going. We haven't figured out the date yet. It's going to be sometime in June. Probably, I'm thinking the second week of June, ideally. But who knows? But it will be going out there to Illinois, and from what I gather, not too far from you either. So you'll definitely get the Wicked Pissa invite. And
awesome.
Yeah, it'll be insane. And Kelsey will be there. Our girl Allie, hopefully, will be there. As long as she'd be out of school by then.
I hope so, because I never hear from her. So nothing wrong with you, Byron. But Allie's never on the air either. So I mean, damn.
Yeah, she was on earlier. She did call in, but then Tami called, and for whatever reason, sometimes Skype doesn't work with 2 callers. Sometimes it does. It'll work with 10. So it really depends. It's very touchy-feely. So we had her call in by Facebook, but then she couldn't hear anything Tami was saying. So then we ended up just she hung up and she listened by Skype. I don't know if she's still listening. I don't know if she got angry with us. But we did plan the show last minute not really. I mean, we talked about it last week, and then we put it out yesterday that we would have a show tonight. But apparently she didn't catch on until today that we were having a show tonight, which we mentioned last week. But, obviously it wasn't solid. But usually that's what we say. Oh, next Sunday? Yeah, okay. And then, we leave it at that. And then we said Saturday. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I talked to Byron. Yeah, we'll do it Sunday. All right. So I post it out.
It's all right. She's a little slow on the up. I get it. Just click your tongue twice in the phone, and I'll totally understand. It's code for she rode the short bus, but that's cool. I get it.
Oh,
man.
We'll take the damage.
It's like an Ethiopian. Man. Hey, what do you call Ethiopian with a slice of pizza?
I don't know what.
A show off.
That's great.
Oh shit.
Wait. What has 10,000 legs and cannot walk?
I don't know what.
Jerry's kids.
Oh my god! I have no. I feel like I'm going to hell for laughing, but
Well, I am handicapped. I can make these jokes, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're wondering.
I guess that's true, right? I mean, I guess you could make fun of it if it's if you're part of that group. Oh.
Yeah, I'm part of those people.
We want to break through the PC Nation.
We're never politically correct. We have no problem swearing and shit.
Oh man!
Oh my god! They just said shit.
If people like PC, don't listen to my show because there's nothing PC about my show. It's the best 15 minutes out there, but it's so incorrect. It's insane.
Oh yeah, it's always hilarious, man. I remember one of them you're talking about. You had to go to the eye doctor, and the doctor was telling you you're nearly legally blind without your glasses on, and you're like, "Shit, doc, I don't have enough wrong with me." Oh, yes.
Ain't that a bitch? Like, I'm sitting there walking with a walker, and she goes, "Bob, I got some bad news for you." And I'm like, "Well, what can be worse than this?" She says, "You're legally blind in your right eye." I'm like, "Oh, man." So I came home and I had a podcast about it because I was like, "That's insane." Now, if I developed some kind of superpower from it, then it would be awesome. But I don't see it happening. But according to the eye doctor, I don't see a lot happening. So,
oh God. So when are you going to be doing a stand-up comedy routine? I got to tell you, this is some good stuff.
And as soon as I'm able to stand up, but no, for real. I'll do stand-up. I've been thinking about doing it for years, but finding open mics around here, there's only like one club, and it's like 45 minutes away from me, and I don't want to get a ride for 45 minutes just in case they suck and they boo me off stage, because
that's a long ride home.
Long ride for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then I'll pull like a Don Rickles and start making fun of the audience. I mean, that's just how I roll.
Man, Don Rickles, he was some funny shit too. Good God.
Yeah.
No one remembers the greats. And
no.
But definitely no. I mean, I think that you'd be a big hit. I think you'd be funny as hell on stage.
Well, hey, I appreciate that. And do you know what kind of ice cream the guy with the Parkinson's got at the ice cream shop?
What's that?
It doesn't matter. He'll drop it in 5 seconds anyway.
That's great.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. I appreciate you letting me know and being funny. And, this is awesome for me. So,
every time and any time you want to call, man, please do, bro.
Yeah, mad respect. Hey, do you know the moral of Toy Story?
Well, I'm afraid to ask.
All right. Why play with your Woody when you have a buzz?
There you go.
Oh, man. See, Angel Base Clay has nothing on me. Man. Is it still cold where you guys are at?
Yeah, it's cold. It's not as cold as it was, but it's been cold. We're down around 30, high 20s, 30.
Yeah, I hadn't gone outside the past 24 hours, so I got home last night and passed out.
Well, last night was cold, though. It was like 20, 18 degrees out.
Really?
18.
I didn't have a jacket on last night.
It wasn't like... It was weird. It was cold. The temperature, if you put a thermostat out, it was cold temperature-wise, but it didn't feel it.
I don't know. I had alcohol armor on, so I was
alcohol armor. Like the one you're putting on now?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, dude, we are so fucked right now. Let me tell you that.
I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Illinois is insane because it's 60 degrees one day, and then the next day it goes to like 20 degrees, 18 degrees. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is how people get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
It's insane.
Yeah, definitely check out our friends at Black Dog Radio Show if you haven't already. They are, like I said, they're in your area, and that's where we've been talking about going to for our Wicked Pissa Fest.
The Black
Dog Radio Show's Wicked Pissa Fest. Basically, they're hosting the party. It's going to be a live show. Both of us will be casting, and a lot of people will be there. We'll be bringing our own.
I'm going to have to learn a whole bunch of new stuff to do this, aren't I?
Maybe. Well, I'm going to play that credit again one more time.
All right, hang tight 1 second while we play their little promo here.
Yeah, let me get the right
their
one.
Little promo. It's a little better than ours.
Taking the country by storm. The Black Dog Radio Show.
Because once you go black, you never go back.
And typically that's the part where Allie would say not true, and then, of course, I would jump in with...
Hey, where are the white women at?
Of course.
That's great.
Did you hear that intro? I don't know if you heard
it. I heard where the white women at, and that's all I needed to hear, because I've heard that sound effect on Howard Stern for so many years, man. It makes you feel comfortable. I know I'm on the right show.
There you go. Right now, we got playing in the background. We got a little bit of Bumpa's favorite.
Allie moaning. Yeah, I wish you could hear that. It's something we're working on for whatever reason, because we run so much stuff through the Spreaker and then the sound. What really needs to happen, we need a separate computer just for Spreaker and run our stuff to that.
Which we're going to get.
Yeah, so...
unfortunately,
you can't always hear all of our various noisemakers here.
Now, we got plenty of noisemakers.
Yeah.
That's us. Oh, my God. I
but
can
yeah,
really
we
feel
got,
that stuff.
we love having people on and get them out of their comfort zone, tell the jokes like you tell, don't mind getting dirty, getting comfortable like Tami did earlier. She was with us over an hour and a half,
Absolutely
hour, 40 minutes.
Amazing.
And she shared so much, definitely out of her comfort zone to a degree a little bit. The Fetish convention she was at.
But the thing is, this is all radio, and it's all fun.
Yeah. That's all we're here for.
And that's what I try to say, too, It's just let yourself go and be free.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
oh, man.
But yeah, Bobby, man, we'd love to make you a regular caller. So feel free to call anytime you want, man.
Absolutely.
If you'll hear any of the topics we got going, I'll try to put it, add your Twitter to any of the show notifications we do and stuff like that.
Because those Spreaker notifications suck. I never get those, but when you tweet it out, I get it, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. Spreaker keeps fucking up like that. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. So yeah.
Yeah, but hey, man, before you let me go, I ain't letting you go, but you let me go. I'm sure. I'm gonna leave you with one more joke. What's the difference between a drug dealer and a hooker?
Oh,
that's a good question.
I don't know.
The hooker can wash her crack and sell it over and over and over again.
That's great. Holy shit.
Oh, I love that one. That's a good one. Oh,
I love the law enforcement out there, by the way. What's up, everybody?
So for you, those listening, this is Handyman Huber, a.k.a. the Huber Experience. You can find him on Spreaker as well as Twitter. The Handyman Huber, Huber Experience on Twitter.
I think it's the Huber Experience on Twitter, or just Bobby Huber, and you'll find me. It goes to the same place.
All right. So yeah, find him on Twitter and Spreaker. He's got a Spreaker show. He does hilarious stuff. Punch him in and listen to him when he comes up. I usually get the alerts when he's on. So
I mean, it's only 15 minutes, but all good man needs is 5. So if I can get you going in 5 minutes, I've done my job.
Well, a lot of times I listen to you when I'm in the car or at my office or something. I try not so much in my office because people will be like, "What the hell are you listening to?" But in the car, I've listened to you several times in the car, and it's hilarious. I try not to crash when I'm laughing. But yeah, he's on he goes on whenever, all weird hours.
Kind of like us.
Like us. He'll be on. Maybe decide to. You know what? Fuck it. It's 3 a.m. I'm not doing anything else. I'll go on, or I'll be on at like noon, or So he's all over the place, but. Just follow him. It's great stuff, and you can listen to all his old shows. Very, very funny. And Bob, appreciate your connection, man.
and I appreciate you guys, both of you, listening and being fans and letting me on the air. And you better believe I'll call back with actually some interesting topics for you guys, because 15 minutes sometimes just doesn't cover the things I want to talk about. So maybe I'll just give you guys the exclusive, and we can all have this conversation on whatever it is.
Absolutely fantastic.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I brought up your topic about prostitutes. How do they come up with their market rates and stuff like that?
I was wondering where you came up with that. It came up from
yeah, like because he was like, how do they figure out what the going rate is for a blowjob, or something like that? And that's exactly what I came up with. I came to the show. How do you figure out whether you're in Boston or you're in a town 30 miles outside of Boston? How do you figure out what the going rate for a blowjob is?
Sliding scale. Oh God!
Because every market is a different price,
And I mean, the only reason I came up with that was because I had on HBO. Here's a fun fact: had on HBO that one day. I was watching that Cat House, whatever that is.
That's a great show. The Cat House
one. Yeah, and I was like, obviously these chicks come off of a menu. So if you want a straight chick, how much is a BJ or anal? I often wonder. Not that I want to give a chick anal, because it's not my favorite hole. So, I'm afraid something's going to be poking back at me. You know what I'm
saying? Oh my God!
Oh shit! Oh. All right. Well, thank you very much, Bobby. Again, folks, check out the Huber Experience on Spreaker and Twitter, and he is hilarious, as you can hear. So, again, Bobby, thanks for joining us tonight, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling in.
No problem, man. Talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.
You too, man.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Oh, he's fucking funny as shit.
That was the Huber Experience. Little experience of the Huber Experience, and I'm sure that he'd have something to say if I said little Huber Experience.
He'll come back or something.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you're still listening, give us a jingle.
Yeah, Kelsey, give us a call if you're still out there.
For those listening, our number, the line is open. You can dial it from your wonderful cell phone, 774
314
7044.
That number again, 774
314
7044. That's my New England accent there.
So, yeah, our phone line is open. Some people mistaken Skype. You can't call. You can call from any cell phone or home phone.
Home phone?
Yeah.
Not many people have home phones.
No, less and less. But you can dial us from any phone. Dial that number, and that comes right to our little studio here.
So the next time...
Hi atop the Meadowbrook Building.
Hi atop the Meadowbrook Building. You got to say that right. Hi atop. Say it right. Hi.
Hi.
There you go. We got the that Fetish Fair flea market. I keep on going back to this tab.
Warwick, right? Browser. So it's going to be in Warwick. When is it?
It's... I'm going to have to read a little bit deeper into it, but I think we're going to have to go.
When is it?
I'm ordering that piece of equipment so that we can record stuff.
Oh, on the mobile, on the run?
On the go. Oh, yeah. And the smaller is the Summer Flea Market in Marlborough. Oh, well.
Oh, boy.
We're going to have to figure out where this is, and we're going to have to go. Absolutely. All right, so I've got my millennial update recently. Thanks to the Hillman Radio Show and WAAF, I listened to a little bit of it, and they talked a little bit about it.
Yeah.
I got this from it's a British, what do you call it? Survey.
Yeah.
So... And what you're listening to is Allie's favorite song,
the Millennial song. Play that in the background, nice and low for you.
All right, so millennials, they might be good on their phones, but they still don't know how to change a light bulb or boil an egg. 1 in 5 under 35 still turn to their parents for help with household chores. So we're talking good chunk of kids out there think it's under 2 minutes to hard boil an egg. Really? They can't
go
iron.
for it.
Now, I can't fault them for not ironing.
Yeah.
I can't iron either. No idea. Well, I'm afraid of burning my shit. That, and I don't have any clothing that requires ironing. But yeah, the under 35 crew are at a loss when it comes to basic DIY, which means do it yourself. With many, it's 1 in 8 unable to change a light bulb. Now, I know we have LED light bulbs, and it's what you change those once every 25 years. Let's see. Yeah, they found 1 in 5 under 35 still turn to their parents if they need help with basic household chores.
Oh, God.
And the most disturbing thing that I found: at what age do they consider themselves adults?
Oh, my God. The millennials, what age do they consider themselves adults? Probably young age. I'm going to guess 16, 15.
30.
30?
30 years old, that's where they become an adult. I was
until then,
17, I considered myself an adult.
So if you're...
Because I was going by...
In their eyes, if you're 25, 26, you're just a kid.
You're not an adult. You're still cooking, I guess.
You're still cooking. But you know what? I talked about this before. I know a guy whose wife worked for DYS, and she swears that until the age of 24, they are not adults because their brain is still developing, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, the way the insurance thing goes, 26. Their parents have to keep them covered under them. Holy crap.
Yeah. Bullshit.
I got to say, I'm feeling a little dizzy with Grandpa's Kickaboo Joy Juice there from the apple orchard of spin 'em, drink 'em, chuck 'em. I don't even know. Dude,
I'm going to have to get another jar of this.
Yeah. Chill it and...
And I'll reach out to Jen here. I hear there's a lot of freaks from Marlboro. Probably.
There's nothing wrong with Marlboro. It's just the water.
It's the water. The freaks.
I grew up with a little bit of Marlboro water.
Let's go take a look in your closet.
I visited a couple of places last night. One of them, the Jordan Building. I didn't know there was a Jordan Building in downtown Marlboro. And I didn't know there was a barber shop you could get your hair cut at 9:30 at night on a Saturday.
Wow. The first.
Yeah. I'm going there. I got to get good and loaded and say, give me a good cut. See what happens. Let's see. What do we got?
This reminds me. Will you help Megan change her outside light bulb?
Nope. Oh. Yep. Got to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chase from Turning Point came down this weekend, and we helped Megan do something that I really dreaded doing.
We're
Kids, I don't know if you remember when TVs were tubes.
Yeah.
Remember how heavy those fuckers were?
Oh, yeah. Tons, man.
Chase and I got a TV out of there.
Oh.
And it was a big one, too. And now, back in the day, I would have loved to have had this TV. It was a Sony.
Yeah.
I mean, good picture. And great. Yeah. No, I mean, that's when you just put a TV in the corner and you left it there.
She's looking to get rid of.
What?
My mother, she has 3 of them. She's looking to get rid of. You want one?
No. I don't even want to move them. Oh. I swear to God, at the end of the night, I tried to hold a beer later on that night. We all met up at. I was hanging out with I'm going to send I'm going to drop some names here. Huh. We had Tim Mello, who was out there, 50 years old. He played Sorrento's in Marlboro.
Oh yeah, I love that place.
Yeah, I've heard about that. You've been there a couple of times on your own.
I went there the other night.
Don't call your good friend here.
You were working, so
yeah, okay. But I went there and saw Tim Mello play, and he got to play with his son, which is a great experience watching that father and son playing on stage live.
Yeah.
Tim Mello was still is a music figure in Marlboro. Was an on-air personality for a couple of radio stations for a few years, and Paul Betancourt from the Betancourts, Nuno Betancourt fame.
Yeah.
Paul was from Flesh, which is another great band out of Hudson. Hung out with him, and Paul actually remembered me, which I'm shocked. I mean, it was the last name. It was Byron that did it, and he just remembered immediately. He's like, "Oh my God, you had long hair." Like, yeah, no, not anymore.
Oh,
I still got a full head of hair. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you do. And I remember last time you were trying to grow it for the teddy bear appearance.
I'm looking for the, the
cute
but
fuzzy
the thing
look.
is, yeah, I think I'm going to give up on that. I got to go back to shaving my head. That's right.
Oh.
But yeah, and then we got one more thing that I got from my favorite source, turtleboynews.com. Worcester public school teacher murdered by career criminal.
Oh, jeez.
Illegal immigrant who the mayor of Worcester, Joe Petty, vowed to protect.
I don't understand these mayors, and we're talking about mayors
sanctuary cities.
Yep, we're talking about mayors that are politically on both sides of the aisle. Clearly, to me, they're just caving to the people for the wrong people.
No, they're pandering, is what they're doing.
Yeah, and the sanctuary cities. Who said it? I forget who said it. Maybe Pelosi. I forget. But illegal immigrants are something like more likely to obey the laws. No, right off the bat, they already violated the law. They're
in the whole. It was frustrating as hell watching this go down. All they do is they just go and they change their names. Now the fingerprints don't lie. When you run them through a system, apparently it's all computerized now, and they're able to figure out who they are no matter what. The problem is the government hasn't given the enforcement agencies enough power to enforce their own rules.
Yeah.
So now we're stuck with people who we've lost a teacher who was apparently well beloved by many of her students, and the guy he killed her in Worcester. Yeah. And he had been convicted several times of rape in the past.
Well, and the thing, too, is that, some will argue the fact that, such a small percentage of the illegal immigrants commit such crimes.
Sure,
but
absolutely. There's a small.
But again, it's only a small percentage, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But why are we subject to that small percentage? Why are we risking the rest of the population because of that small
Now,
percentage?
I'm not typically given to the whole xenophobia thing of get all illegal aliens out. There's some people here who are here to better their lives, fine, and they don't know the right way about it, and it turns them into a quote unquote criminal. Because
they fear to go start the process,
exactly.
Which they should have done.
They don't know. They've been in the country for a long time, and they're just terrified. Now you have the people who suck off the underside of humanity, who like to rob, murder.
And they don't understand is because of that small slice of the pie, that's why the rest of the pie needs to get thrown out. And, until they become more, I guess, responsible on their own selves to start the process to become legal, at least do something. I understand they're afraid, but if they just try to keep hiding, they're going to end up getting booted.
Yeah.
So they need to do something. They also need to out and not accept, those that commit the crimes here. I think a lot of things that people don't look at. Well, they do. The U.S. incarcerates more people than any other country, percentage-wise. We do, but also at the same time, other countries would chop the hands off of a shoplifter. So people, there's a huge difference. In other countries, you commit the crimes that people commit here, the punishment is 10 times more heinous,
Absolutely.
So
now Late Night with Mr. Ed just commented, it's just wonderful. A whole city can say they don't want to follow the law. I wonder how well of a defense that would work for us.
Yeah, right. That's
You
a
know,
good
the little
point.
guy.
That's a good point. You know, I mean,
Well, if a city's not going to follow a municipality that is governed by the government, doesn't want to follow the rules of the
right?
government.
A city that takes in millions of dollars of federal
Where does
funds.
that lead us?
Yeah.
Leave.
Why do I have to follow the law? I mean, you know, the city of whatever doesn't. Why do I have to?
Jesus, I'm glad I'm not walking right now. Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm so fucking warm and fuzzy right now. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
It was Grandpa's Kickaboo Joy Juice.
Oh, this
from,
stuff's gonna kick our ass soon. I think this is like a late kick on this.
Yeah, we might have to do a late night beers with Bump and
Jesus
Byron.
Christ. We basically did share a pint.
It was a mason jar.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know.
300 milliliters.
Milliliters. I know it's got milliliters on it, but whatever it is, those milliliters are millilitering me into the middle of the fuzzy world.
Yeah, right. Wow. 8.
You're listening
12 cups. 12 cups.
So 6 cups each.
Yeah. Of good old moonshine.
750 milliliters late night, Mr. Ed.
Okay. Nothing like that's hardcore, Ed. Hardcore. I'm not going to say it, but
that stuff really.
All right, so this is a half a pint of
dude. Garage
made garage made apple pie moonshine.
I can see elephants floating around your head. No, it's wow.
Apple pie moonshine. It was good though. Holy shit.
Yeah.
No,
I'm gonna sleep tonight.
At first, it was a little burn, like you said, a little afterburn. But after that, smooth.
Nope.
Nothing.
Throw that on ice.
This shit's smooth. Yeah. Well, it was cold when I brought it here. We still had to sit here for a while, but
yeah. Well, we got busy really early on with
which is good. We would not want to drink this before before all that. All right, what do you look like bent over that sawhorse?
Now comes the part of the show where everybody's like, "Why do I listen to these monkeys?"
Like that, yeah. This is when the numbers just drop drastically. But yeah. Every time I hear moonshine, I think of the show Justified. Justified. The show
Justified. That's the one with the marshal or the sheriff. There, it was TBS or TNT. A friend of mine used to watch that. I like the star of it. He's a good actor. I just never watched it. I have so many things that I'm binging. It's just not right. The Expanse is back on for season 2. Speaking of that, and it's a good. I don't know. It's science fiction. You're not a sci-fi guy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I am.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like a lot of that shit. I haven't really clicked on anything recently. There used to be a show actually on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
Eureka. You ever see that one?
Yes, I did.
I love that one.
Couldn't get into it. I tried.
It is strange. That's something you have to watch.
One of my old roommates loved that show. Every time it was on the show, I'd come home, she'd be watching that damn show, and I'd be I tried to watch it. It was okay.
So, well, you think about it. Some TV shows are, they all have like a ongoing story, ongoing plot, whatever. But some are more like a soap opera than others, as far as so much of it is different every week. And so, like, if you don't follow it, 2-3 shows in, you have no idea what the hell they're talking about if you skipped a few shows. Like, what happened?
Kind of like us. Like, every 20 minutes, you don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Where did we go with this? But, yeah, definitely a shout-out again to Tami Tucci and our man, Handyman Huber, a.k.a. the Huber Experience. Bobby Huber. Fucking funny bastard. Oh.
God, yeah. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. And Tami was hilarious as well. Gave us a lot of insight. She is a social media
maven.
There we go. I like that one. Social media maven. She's
right off the top of the head.
Twitter again. Tami Tucci. TUCCI. Just look her up. You'll find her. And you'll find her she's on Periscope also and Snapchat. She does not like dick pics, so don't send her any dick pics. Nobody likes dick pics.
Nothing for the joke.
Unless if you ask, don't send a dick pic. I can never. That's something I don't understand. I mean, I don't. If you go through my phone, you're not going to find any dick pics. I don't take dick pics. All right, it's just not. I don't know. Is it weird? I don't know. I'm
no.
sure Byron does, but I don't take any dick pics.
Hey, now.
I know you were kind of slow to respond, so I'm thinking,
I'm very slow with responses.
Oh, especially now that all that fucking apple pie moonshine in your system. and
Quite
we're topping it off
delay.
with beer. I love it. This is great.
Quite the delay. Oh my
shit.
God.
If you need a Q walker, let me know. We'll walk away. JP Zamet is on.
Hey, JP.
JP, go make me a Zamet, man.
Oh, Zamet.
Zamet, God Zamet. There, I like that one. God Zamet. So, Zamet, what are you doing tonight, JP? Anything good? You've been keeping busy? Anything you want to add to a fetish club? We were talking about that earlier. Sex club, fetish clubs are going to hit up some a fetish fair at some point soon. The flea market, which I'm not thinking it's going to be too crazy.
If you have any kind of weird functions or anything, anybody, if you have any weird functions you want us to go to and then talk about afterwards, send us
And same thing
info.
to our great producer,
We'll
Kelsey.
travel.
Kelsey,
We love you, Kelsey.
She's gonna. I know. I'm sure at some point she'll have events. She used to do
I
a
know
lot of
that
those.
right now she's working on a couple of different projects, so
Yeah.
she may not be near a phone. She was listening earlier.
Yep, I saw that.
But I know that she's running around. She's got a lot of irons in the fire right now, and she's also got a lot going on, life wise. But
but hopefully, once she gets stuff going, she does plan to have events. I remember she mentioned that before. She used to do a lot of different the
the dance
BW
things
events
and stuff.
other
she hosts a ton of for everybody's
personal
taste. She's got the finger on the pulse of. I was going to make a joke. The finger on the pulse of the pervert. You know, she knows exactly. She can take care of everybody's personal need, fetish, whatever you like. She's smart enough to know that. She's been in the business for a couple of years, so she's smart to know exactly what's going on. And again, we wouldn't be able to do the Wicked Pisser show without her.
Yeah, no. So if you have anyone who is just tuning in, if you have any experience in the fetish or sex club events business,
that is one of the topics tonight.
Yeah, whether you worked it or you went to one,
or you want to work,
or you
in
want to
it.
go to one or want to work at one, let us know.
We want to hear about it.
You can give us a call. Our number is 774-314-7044.
In case you didn't forget it, I have it right here on a piece of paper from July 29th.
I know it right off the top of
year.
my head. 774-314-7044.
And that can be dialed from any telephone.
Yes.
Be it internet, be it cell phone, home phone if you still have one.
Yeah, home phone, pay phone if you find one.
Pay phone.
They're still out there. There's a few, not many, but very few.
Okay, you just typed out 77.
Oh, I missed the 4 there. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
You know the number by heart?
I do.
You do? You sure?
It was a typo.
Okay.
Bastard.
You know what it is? It's the fuzzy warm apple that we're drinking. Fuzzy apple.
Fuzzy apple, that we'll call
That's
it.
what I'm naming it.
All right.
The fuzzy
I'll have to
apple.
get me another jar of fuzzy apple.
Yeah, a couple of jars. You shouldn't be able to store that shit in the fridge here.
I'll put it in one of those things with the nozzle on it. You know?
Dude, I could drink this for breakfast. Stuff is good.
Yeah, ice cold, huh? Oh.
I'd get, drop it on ice. My God, that's good.
Huh.
How do you make booze?
Oh.
I know you got to ferment it. There's
yeah,
a whole
there's
process.
no process. Too much of a process for me to give a shit about. I mean,
If anybody wants to do it for us, we're here for you. We'll test it on air.
Yeah, right? I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, you
we could go blind or
shit.
something.
Yeah. You know, you get the shits for a week, and you know how you get the beer shits. This will be a special
I'd
beer
be
shit.
okay, though. I got my bidet.
Well, you know what? You can send us a sample. We'll send it out to our buddy Handyman Uber. He'll test it for us.
He'll test it. He's good like that, right, Handy?
Yeah. So
Handyman Huber. Oh man, his show. I can't say enough about it.
Oh, that's funny. It's
Listening
funny
to it, and it makes me sound like some sort of an asshole when I say it's refreshing, but it is. I live in a world of PC assholes.
Yeah.
I'm tired of PC assholes. I want the world as it is, and again, what I've been watching a lot on Me TV or one of those other Antenna TV. They got one of those cable networks.
There's so many different ones now. Unbelievable.
What was the name of that show? The Archie Bunker Show was on, and we were watching it. We were dying laughing, and then some of the people I work with were looking at each other, going like this. Well, you can't say that today.
Why not?
That wouldn't make it today. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is the basis of what TV today. I mean, Dr. Phil wouldn't be Dr. Phil without, a little bit of the Jeffersons added in.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Cash me outside. How about that?
Cashew.
Cashew.
Like I tell me, my post.
God. Sorry. I farted.
That's my favorite line in that movie.
Ah.
It really is.
Oh, I thought you liked the. This one, yeah.
I've got a tattlehead pucanute.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Chili, baby back ribs.
Ah, get in my belly.
Oh, what can I?
So I guess. Well, you know what? You think it's time for a story?
Sure.
Quick story. We're in Vegas.
Now, wait. Hold on.
Yep.
Hello?
Tracy, it's Phil.
Phil, where the hell are you guys?
We lost Doug.
What? We're getting married in 5 hours.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's us.
Yes, that pretty much was us. So we were in this great bar in the MGM where the bartenders every half hour got up and did a dance on the bar. Fantastic. So we're in Vegas, and I decided to put the moves on this chick, and I spoke in a Scottish accent.
Oh, Jesus.
For 45 minutes. 45 minutes there. I spoke like that. Christ almighty. And then after 45 minutes, no, I'm not from... I'm from Boston, actually. And the girl's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, you shitting me? I just spent 45 minutes trying to impress you with some fake accent, and you're okay.
It is Rizzo.
Yeah, Rizzo was eating the nuts at the bar, and yeah, that was...
Oh, well, he was playing the video slot thing, whatever, that was on the bar. Remember that?
Oh, was he doing that?
Yeah, and the girl, I mean,
Still hung out.
Was
good kid.
Trying to be friendly. Well, you were talking to one. There was another girl, like a young blonde chick or whatever.
Yep.
And trying to strike up conversation with him. And couldn't be bothered.
No, couldn't be bothered.
When he's gambling, can't be bothered. She was just bothering him.
Oh,
and
he would get so upset.
Well, then later that night, he's like, "Oh, guy, what do you think? Maybe we should go meet some chicks or something."
You had
I'm
a
like,
chance
you had
one.
one,
Half hour ago.
What are you talking about? The girl, the bartender, she kept trying to talk to you.
Chicks.
I know, right? Yeah, you know how that goes.
The night that we were at Treasure Island,
yeah,
and we went to we watched the bull riding.
Gillies, yep.
Gillies and Treasure Island, and I ended up getting pretty well polluted. You got polluted.
Oh.
At the time, I was a smoker, and I went outside to have a cigarette, and I turn around, and you guys are gone.
That's where you were drunk.
Yeah, I was drunk.
You were drunk because I was way off, but okay.
But I turn around and you're gone, and there I have to, and I walk, and I walk, and I walk, and then finally I realize I'm on the Strip, and I'm a half mile north of where I'm supposed to be. I thought I was going south. I went with my unerring
obviously
direction.
Because you don't remember which way you came when you went in. Obviously,
no, we didn't go in that way. That was out the car exit. We went in through the front of the building. And Gillies was towards the back near the car entrance. Completely different door. Well, anyways,
if you say so.
Well, anyways, I ended up having to walk all the way back, and I hit a couple of places. I got 2 beers in my hands, and I'm walking down the Strip. And
what the fuck?
I have. And the phone is ringing in my back pocket, and I'm holding 2 beers. I'm not going to put 1 beer in my pocket and answer the damn phone. So I'm like, I'm almost there. It was like a forced beer march for myself, and I'm still drinking. And then I had this nasty hooker. Hey, baby, you want one of those for me? And I'm like, get away from me. Don't you want to talk to me for a little bit? No, get away from me. Get away. I am pissed.
Shoe fly.
And yeah, it was bad. And I just kept on walking. But that hooker followed me for about a half a block, and then she's like, fuck you. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Go back to your corner. And that was a fun trip, but fun couple of trips, actually. Can't wait to go back out there someday.
Oh, jeez.
I know those days are almost over, but
I'm just thinking of trouble we can get into.
I'm still trying to get you to come to Australia this year. That's my big bucket list thing. All right. I want to drive on the wrong side of the road and make that noise.
Yeah.
Legally. That's my goal. So, if any of you have any good bars to go to in Sydney, drop us a line.
I think it's like 30 miles outside of Sydney, right?
It's about the same as where we are from Boston. But we can. I mean, I'm planning on renting a car. I want to get a Maloo.
A who?
A Maloo.
Which is what?
It's a ute. They call it a ute. It's like a El Camino, but...
Oh, okay.
And it's 2 doors. It's a V8. The thing howls. It's just right around the corner. Can you imagine me getting stopped by the highway patrol?
Hey, I know Brad.
We're good. Okay, see you later.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh. And then I definitely get locked up. But
I'm a damn Yank. Leave me alone. So, all right, folks. If anyone want to call, you got about 2 minutes to call. And briefly, then we're going to call it a night.
I think,
774-314-7044.
I started talking about weird stuff.
774-314-7044. We're not going to last much longer. Byron's losing it over there. And we're both warm and fuzzy. And we're still drinking, though. So, give us a call. All right. But it's been a great show. We touched on the sex clubs. I did some research, and they're out there. If you want to go to New York,
they're out there.
They're out there. If you want to go to New York, we can find
scientific.
one. Strictly research, though. That's my disclaimer. Strictly research. And, but it's, I don't know. There are so many options. Like I said, if you go to thewink.com, and I'm not, no official plug here, just saying that that's a source, thewink.com. It's like a calendar type website as far as who has the events. So if you want to find out where you can go in New York next week.
Is that what you're doing? You really going to do that now?
You're listening to The Wicked Pussy Show. If you're not listening to us, you don't know what the fuck you're missing.
All right. Is it?
It's the time, man.
That's the time?
It's the time.
That's the time.
That's the signal. Been 2 minutes, so nobody called.
Damn.
Nobody wants to call us anymore. No one loves us.
No, they love us.
They love us. They listen.
Okay, no, they don't. They like us.
Yeah.
We're liked.
We're liked. Okay. We got to work on love, but we don't want to. I don't think we want to be loved. We want to be liked. I'd rather be liked than loved.
No, man, I want to be loved. No.
Oh. I thought I was a touchy-feely one.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I'm the bastard.
You are, yeah.
A bit.
Oh, may I?
Yeah. Keep on with that funny shit.
Oh.
We'd like to thank you for listening to the Wicked Pussy Show. We're out here with the number one podcast in Blackstone Valley.
Yep, the Greater Blackstone Valley.
We'd like to thank you again for listening. We're a Studio 5 production. I'm Byron.
I'm Bumpa, and on behalf of Allie, thank you for listening.
Absolutely. We'd like to thank Tami Tucci. They got the handyman, Huber, the handyman experience. And
everyone else who listened and chimed in
and
tonight.
The Black Dog Radio Show, of course.
Absolutely, our brothers. I love. So, and Tiger Lily, we love you too.
Absolutely, Megan and Jen.
All righty, folks, and everyone else who's listening, JP and good old Ed.
I'm gonna fall down face down.
I know
a little bit.
You should see his face right now. He's done.
Bamboozled, man. You've been listening to The Wicked Business Show, a Studio 5 production.
It takes a lifetime to have such a good time. We're having so much fun. Tomorrow can always get better. For those who don't like today, I'm telling you things will get better. And that everything. It's over until it's over.